This episode of Beaten Down is brought to you by ABC Dump Roll-Off Dumpster Rental. ABC Dump is a locally owned and operated company. With 11, 15, 20, and 30 cubic yard dumpsters, they have the size for every occasion. Whether you're remodeling the house, cleaning out the garage, or doing commercial construction, they have the right size for your project. With upfront pricing and easy online ordering, ABC Dump makes ordering a dumpster as simple as possible. Give them a call or text at 682-803-8031 or order online at abcdump.net. That's abcdump.net.
Where are we?
Hey, we are from San Antonio.
Ooh.
In it's a hotel lobby.
Yes.
They
Pretty
did.
big. I
They
mean,
said
you should see.
gigantic.
You should see the crowd
They
that's
said-
watching us right
Yeah, they said the meeting room was booked till 10:30.
now. Odd. Probably
Right.
just lied.
Right? I don't know that I
Sure,
believe that, but here we are.
So we just found a back corner in the lobby.
Yeah. They weren't going to sell us a bunch of beer at first.
They weren't.
They're like, "Oh, we don't have buckets. I may get in trouble for that, you know."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Well, we're going to record a podcast. We're not going to be able to get up and kind of coming back and forth
Yeah,
while we're
we're
recording."
Kind of big deal.
And all of a sudden, the guy found 2 buckets.
Yes.
He was like, "Here you go."
Yeah, just kind of makeshift buckets. So it did the job.
Right.
He's like, my boss may get mad at me for. He said, I said, he sold 12 beers.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it doesn't know, or they don't know how many people are there,
Yeah.
right? So, do me a favor, just give me a little boost on your mic real quick. There you go. Not a whole lot.
Hello.
There you go. Now you're matching me.
All right.
Perfect. So
Yes.
this weekend,
Yep.
Strawberry Festival.
Strawberry Festival is why we're down here.
We're in San Antonio.
Staying about 0.3 miles from the riverwalk.
Yeah, and that's
So-
what we did this
Yeah.
week. I mean, today.
So we got here about 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
Rolled out about 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
Walked down the riverwalk.
Right.
Went and ate at the original.
Now you're going to hear a little talking in the background. That's because we're in the
Yeah.
lobby.
That's
So we apologize for that.
It's our fans.
It's our fans, obviously. But yeah, at the original, which
Mhm.
I thought I knew where that was, and I was wrong. That's not the place I thought it was, but it was good.
Yeah, that's what we always eat at when we come down here.
So here's what I did. Since I hadn't been there before, I just basically told the waiter, "Give me whatever this guy orders."
Yeah, he mirrored my.
Just
Order to the
100%.
exact.
Yeah, 100%.
So we got the original margarita,
Mm-hmm.
large,
Which
was a fish bowl.
it is no joke.
That
Like
was
it is
big.
huge.
That was big. And food was fine. I mean, Tex-Mex.
Well, we got nachos. I mean, chicken
grilled
nachos.
Yeah, wasn't quite the same. They used to like pour like the queso over. You know,
Uh-huh.
this was like typical nachos, melted cheese.
It was still good,
It's
though.
fine.
Then we had somebody interrupt us the
Mhm.
minute we got our drinks, though.
Yeah, I mean, you started talking to people.
Well, I was trying to show Blake and his daughters who are here with us as well. You just got to talk to people. You want to have a good time? Interrupt people.
Do you?
Well, I did.
They started talking to you first.
Well, so they walked up and they were like, they
what caught their attention was the girls' drinks.
yeah, I was gonna say that they were admiring the ladies' drinks, which were whatever it was.
like
but It was a beerita, is what it was.
had the Corona in there, and it was some kind of fancy looking,
It had
almost
a,
like a
a pool floaty.
it was had a
Flamingo?
flamingo floaty on it, and the Corona in it, the big old frozen margarita,
Right.
and so that gets attention quick.
They're like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And then they go, "Oh my God, look how big those are. How many of y'all had? How many of y'all gonna have?"
Yeah,
Blah blah blah.
blah
They're
blah
down.
blah.
They're down here for like a insurance convention, and then I went, "Oh, they're gonna sell me insurance."
She tried
Try
a
it.
little bit, but not too bad.
She didn't get crazy with it.
Yeah, she wasn't too pushy.
No, but I just kept talking to her for the fun of it, and then, I forget this, and it's been a long time since I've been down here to San Antonio. It's been a long time since I've been down here on the Riverwalk.
Well, you're not Mexican like me.
Right, like 100%. But I forget that they do this. I don't know if every place does this, but let me take your picture.
Mm-hmm.
The first one's free, like the whatever.
We'll take your picture, and then you can pick, and whichever ones you
Yeah.
want, then You can buy.
And so there were 6 of us here. 3, you and one of your daughters and your wife on one side, me, my wife, and one of your daughters on my side. And they took 3, you and your one daughter, and then us and
that's great.
your one daughter.
So Taylor was a stand-in for y'all's kid tonight in the photos. And
she was.
And absolutely, we bought that one.
Absolutely, because it was just. Well, and the problem was, or the one issue was, I wasn't able to be in that picture. It was like 2 and then 2. So Tasha was in both of them.
First she was like mother and daughter, Chas and Audrey.
Yep.
And then she assumed
husband and wife.
Since Taylor's sitting next to Tasha.
Mother and daughter.
Mother and daughter. Photo. It was greatness. And then they had this little cardboard or board cutout thing with stick your faces through to get your pictures made.
It's like a lady and a man.
So we went and did that, and we stepped around that corner and got hit with a pungent smell.
Very
skunky.
Well, I don't think it was very skunky.
Well, no, I mean it was.
But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Very
green,
herbal,
green leafy herbal smell.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah. Very Snoop Doggy Doggish, if you will.
Hit the face.
Right in the mouth.
The fans are blowing right there, too. For some reason, the fans are, like, facing away from where everybody's sitting.
Right.
You know, the people that
so that smell doesn't come to y'all while you're eating. But, I think that's bad advertising.
Yeah.
Because if they were smart, they'd face it to you.
That would make you hungry.
To make you sit there and eat more, right?
Sure. Yeah, so
but also it's illegal, so there's that.
What do you mean?
Only if you get caught.
What's illegal? So, pretty good contact high there.
Huh?
We came back.
She's so high.
Our waiter looked like
dude, he came out to give us
may have been partaking.
He came out to give us our check.
Yeah,
and we were like, hey, can we split it up?
Yeah.
And then so he goes, okay. So I was like, me and Tasha.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you and everybody else. And he goes, okay, so this. And you're like, yep. And then all of a sudden, a nice young lady came out.
For some reason, he
was unable to.
He sent someone else. Eyes looked a little red.
Nah, he was tired.
It's like,
just very tired, Then we went to Real Please Believe It or Not,
and the wax
Madame
Museum.
Tussauds Wax Museum, Madame Tussauds 4D illusion sub, and then like a 4D video thing.
So,
of the 4, which was the worst?
The stupid movie thing.
The movie thing.
I mean, it's.
So you like obviously Wax Museum, celebrities
everybody
as
knows what that
in
is,
wax. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Everybody knows what that is.
Then
there was like an illusion.
The illusion thing was kind of neat.
Yeah, I mean there was some
neat things in there. There was like depending on what corner you stood, there was one room. Depending on what corner you stood in, no matter who was taller, the shorter was always looking taller if you stood in the right corner type of thing. And they had like a big light bright in there.
Yeah.
They had, remember growing up, you could buy those little, it was basically like a big rectangle which had like a bunch of plastic nails in there. And as you pushed through the plastic nails, it created whatever you push through. Like most people would like put their hand or their face through it.
They had a giant one.
They had a giant one. And Blake pushed his body through it. It was pretty damn neat. I enjoyed that.
I think you saw my belly button.
I saw your belly button. I saw your peen. And
thank you. You're welcome. Forever. Because we left it.
Yeah, so we left it for the next people.
We come back through, got a show. Yeah, and it was fun going through the wax museum because
the best part
there's a horror theme.
Yeah,
like almost like walking through a haunted house thing,
almost,
but it's all just
wax.
But there's things that pop out and scare you. And
dude, your daughters.
We made Audrey and Taylor go first, and it was greatness.
Dude, they recorded it. It was such a good time.
I mean,
I laughed.
Worth every penny.
That
worth every penny. It was so cheap.
Yeah, no, of course it was worth every damn penny.
God.
It was so. Well, luckily it was just me and Tasha.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
not me.
You had 4 of y'all. The price of admission is not worth what you get.
If you're gonna go, just do
the 2.
Just do the Wax Museum and the regular Ripley's, and you're good.
Don't do the
other bullshit.
Or
really just
because honestly, the Wax Museum is terrible.
Yeah, just do the Ripley's.
Other than the horror part, if you have kids going through and you want to record them going through and screaming, that's kind of that may be worth it. But the illusions and then Ripley's is where it's at for me. Like if I'm choosing between all 4 or just 2, I'm doing the illusions part and the Ripley's.
See, I'll do the Ripley's and Wax.
Really?
Just
But
just OG.
those figures.
Some of them were okay. Some were bad. Some were alright.
Well, we walked out and like right up front.
That was awful. Ryan
Keanu
Reynolds,
Reeves.
Which
Well,
look-
Keanu Reeves, which looks like Neanderthal Keanu
There's
Reeves.
John Wick. Keanu.
Neanderthal
But you could tell it was
Keanu Reeves.
him. You knew it was.
I did, yeah.
The Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan
thing,
Reynolds. We had to read the name.
I thought it was like a bearded Ryan Seacrest.
I
or
thought
something.
it was a very terrible done Brad Pitt.
Yeah, it was awful.
It was
It was very bad.
terrible.
It's crazy how some they can get pretty good, and some it's like
Yeah.
no.
Also, pro tip: if you're just walking around
CVS.
the Riverwalk, hit the CVS to get your walk around beer
Mhm.
because
Way cheaper.
God, it's so much cheaper.
Like a pint is like
$1.99,
$1.99. A 24 is like $3,
$3.99 or something like that. Yeah.
and you just buy it in there and walk
Yeah,
around.
and,
I saw
again-
guys buying freaking 12 packs and walking out.
Yeah, yeah. But if you go buy like, hey, buy your beer to go at this place, it's $6 for
Yeah.
the to go beer there.
Yeah, you're gonna pay twice as much.
Oh my God, if not
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
You know.
CVS is a cheat code.
Yeah. No, that's a great place, and it's kind of saved us today a little bit.
Yeah, we
The
had
girls
yeah.
on the way back here because so anyway, we're walking around the Riverwalk. We ate. We did the Wax Museum stuff. Went back to the Riverwalk.
Mhm.
They wanted to kind of walk around, hit some
Yeah,
shops,
but then they all got tired.
but then they got very tired. But
They
what's
all-
funny though is they got tired, and then some guy was playing acoustic guitar, and they were like, "Let's go sit down and listen to him."
Besides Taylor,
Besides Taylor,
she was like, "We were so close to leaving."
and then we were there for like 3 seconds,
Yeah,
and then the ladies
I
were
could
like,
tell everybody's
"Well,
like-
let's
I was
go."
like- I was like, we got to record, so let's just.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Good
No,
little
no.
opening. Good
It
little
was a great
start.
time. The food
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah, fine. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it wasn't like,
nothing special, but
but it was good. The
Yeah.
margarita was good. I'm not a huge fan of margaritas, but theirs was good on the
Yeah.
rocks.
it was just giant.
It was so big,
Giant.
so
I
big.
took a picture of it. I'll send it to Daniel to post right
Yeah,
when we're
yeah.
talking about it. You can put it on there.
Yeah, it was giant.
We saw Facto stairs.
Oh yeah. Facto. So I didn't know this, but there was Muddy Mike's, Mad Dogs,
Mad Dog.
Mad Dogs,
British pub.
British pub, and apparently Facto had an incident falling down the stairs because not because he was, maybe because he was drinking, but the real reason is because he saw a velvet rope that he thought was an actual
Handrail.
rail,
And
and the minute he went to grab it, it gave.
he went tumbling down, and at the bottom of those steps was a police officer.
So I took a picture of that and sent it to him, and I go, "Hey, you recognize these?" He goes, "Yeah, more going down than up, though."
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was
Yeah, I wasn't around then.
that was probably 20 years ago.
Jeez. Oh yeah, because you said you didn't have kids.
Because Chess wasn't even pregnant yet.
Yeah, you didn't have kids yet. In fact, those
Yeah,
oldest
Mason
was
like
a baby.
Was like 4 months old.
Wow, that's crazy,
So that's
man.
how long ago that was.
That is insane. But we're here. So
Yeah.
tomorrow we're going to the Strawberry Festival.
Yep, that's why the main reason we came down was to.
What time do you think
Starts-
we're doing
It
that?
starts at 10,
Okay.
and it's they're about 25 miles south of us right now.
Okay. Because we are in San Antonio.
Depending on traffic, I'd say it'd probably take around.
Yeah, but I mean, how long are we wanting to stay there?
I mean, we'll go till everybody starts bitching.
I guess my question is, do we want to see bands or not? Because the earlier we go, the less we're going to see bands.
Well, they won't start. Bands don't. What I was looking at, bands don't start playing till like 5 or 6.
Right.
So we're no rush.
Right.
To get out there.
Right.
But I say if we get out there by, I was thinking, get out there around noonish, maybe a little later.
I mean, that, honestly,
that
doesn't
gives
matter to
enough
me.
time just to walk. Hell, I haven't been there since I was 15, so shit, I'm gonna be like,
I'll be up early as shit anyway,
yeah.
and I will definitely come down and have breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
They got that, continental breakfast or whatever they call it. Not intercontinental. That's
Yeah.
the belt you get in wrestling.
Yes. Intercontinental Championship breakfast. Everybody knows that one.
But we'll have a good time.
Yeah.
And we may, so obviously we haven't been to the Strawberry Festival yet, but we're going to go and maybe we'll insert a little more recording into the middle of this after we have something to talk about.
So the headliner tomorrow
night?
He doesn't play till like 11, so.
Oof. You know those ladies aren't making it that late.
We'll see him, but it's Mexican OT. Is the headliner. That's Facto's guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's the headliner. Sunday, which we won't get to see because
we'll be leaving.
That's what John Conley's going.
I thought that was Friday.
No, it's.
I thought that was
Friday,
today.
Dummy.
Yeah, no, I thought that was today though.
No, I would have went if I'd have known.
Well, that's what I wondered what was happening. But
when I saw it, I was like, man, he's playing Sunday like it. He's playing
sucks.
Sunday night like at 9 or something. I was like, oh. I was like, no, we ain't gonna do that.
All right, so big news. And I know you've heard it because I know we've talked about it already in the thread. Dallas-based Colossal Biosciences has created dire wolves from gray wolf genes.
Yes.
Is that fucking insane?
That's how it starts. We've all seen Jurassic Park.
And that's the same company that's creating woolly mammoths.
Yes. Yes.
How far are we going with this?
That's what.
Look, the pictures of the dire wolves, obviously they're pups.
Yes.
Cute as shit. But I feel like they're going to be more gray wolf than dire wolf, so they're not going to be near as big.
They won't be like the full dire wolf size, but they're going to be bigger than any wolf we know. So
right, but I still think they're more gray wolf than dire wolf. I mean, I think they'll probably be a little.
Until one breaks out.
One of the articles I read said they're going to be 90% gray wolf.
So there's
10%.
3 of them.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. No. There's two. There's 2 of them.
I thought there was 3. There was 2. There was twin boys and a girl.
The articles I read says 2, Romulus and Remus.
And I thought there was a girl.
Those are 2 that I saw. But here's the thing though, dire wolves haven't been on Earth for 13,000 years.
One's gonna break loose.
That's the Stone Age.
One's gonna break loose. That's how it starts. And then breed with something else, and then fuck.
And now you've got a mutant wolf.
Here we go. Here we go. This hell. Everybody seen the movies?
Did you see that scientists? Now this was a while back, but scientists have discovered that Earth has a heartbeat.
Not.
So let me pull this article up before I.
Earth has a heartbeat.
Earth has a heartbeat. It's not. I mean, is it?
It's Mother Nature.
So, scientists have observed a mysterious phenomenon, often referred to as Earth's heartbeat. This faint seismic pulse, or microseism, occurs roughly every 26 seconds. It was first documented in the 1960s by Jack Oliver and has been studied kind of randomly since then. It originates from the Gulf of Guinea off the coast of West Africa and is believed to be caused by natural process like ocean waves crashing against the seafloor and volcanic activity. But no one really knows what causes it. Like they're saying maybe it's the waves, maybe it's volcanic, but every 26 seconds Earth basically
pulses.
Yeah, pulses. Has its own heartbeat.
Remember that? Did you ever see the movie Cabin in the Woods?
Yes.
And it all was resorted down to they're doing these sacrifices to
appease
appease the gods that live under the earth.
That's the one with Batista.
No.
What was the one with Batista? That was
a weird one. That was this one had like Thor in it. The guy that played Thor.
I've seen Cabin in the Woods, but I just can't remember what that was. Just because there's the one with.
But the whole concept was like these. You're following it like it's a regular scary movie. Like these group of college kids go to a cabin, blah blah blah, and they start. That chick's checking this out. She was really staring at still. And then you find out like there's some big, huge underground network that's world-tide that it's planned. Supernatural events are going to happen to these people, and they all have to die to appease some kind of ancient gods that live under the earth. And if they don't do this, then the ancient gods will come out from the earth and
maybe I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I do know that. I mean, I remember the name Cabin in the Woods,
So
but I don't remember.
That's the heartbeat.
The ancient gods. Jesus. What about? Have you seen the video of the robot horses?
Yes.
From Japan.
That I'm like, what's real and what ain't? Like videos I'm watching. Like there's so AI stuff. I'm
Well,
like,
again, so I ask AI, tell me about this.
mm-hmm.
And so AI is like, yes, this is true. And it kind of tells me about it. These are hydrogen-powered horses
that you can ride around.
That you can ride across all kinds of terrain.
Yeah, because they're got limbs that are.
Have you ever seen the automatronic dog like Japan has?
Yeah.
Where like even when you push it over, it knows how to get back up on its feet. Yeah. That thing freaks me out as it is.
Yeah.
And now you're making it the size of a fucking horse?
Yeah, I mean.
But it's hydrogen powered.
It'd be kind of cool to run around on, I guess.
Hydrogen powered means you don't have to plug it in.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes hydrogen basically from the air around it and creates the power it needs to.
I'm sure they're cheap.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So we could get one.
But have you seen the videos of them running around?
That's why I
Dude,
was
it's insane.
like, is this real video?
I don't know
is
if it's
this
real.
AI?
Yeah,
is this just showing like what they think they can do, or is
I don't know if it's real. I don't,
because it looks.
But
insane.
I've read a couple of articles on it, and it's not Chat GTP. It's Copilot that I use.
They're just riding a giant fucking robot around with.
But that's the size of a fucking horse, minus the head, obviously.
But it's moving around like a. On those videos, it's not a horse. It's like a fucking mountain lion.
No, it's fucking crazy.
Like you're riding a tiger.
But would you ride one if you could?
Fuck yeah.
Would you be scared to ride one?
Hell yeah, but I'd do it.
But you can see like those dogs, that they have. You can push them around and stuff, and they don't really lose their balance.
Yeah.
You can kick them and shit, and they don't lose their balance.
I'd do it. I mean, I'd be like, okay, let's first give me a little.
It's got to be safer than riding an actual horse.
I'd be like, let's do a test run on like flat ground, just riding it.
Right.
To it, and then we'll throw in a little.
Throw some shit in there.
Little bit in there.
Yeah. Just small obstacles.
Then you get to like a cliff and it grabs you and flips you off and throws you off of it.
I saw this video of this guy, and it's like a guy that he's riding a bike, just like a 10-speed, like a mountain bike, and he's on a road, and then he starts going down the side of the mountain that he's on. I'm like, no fucking.
Have you seen those guys that do the extreme things?
That's what that was.
Yeah, it's insane.
No fucking way.
Like they're just hitting all these like little wooden ramps made and like.
Yeah, so the one I saw, there was no trail. He was just down the mountainside, and there was water, like rocks and shit down below.
They look like they're hauling ass.
And maybe just the perspective of the camera.
They're going pretty fast.
No fucking way would you ever catch me trying to pretend like I wanted to do that.
I haven't rode a bike in 20 years, more or less.
Could you?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I could. I mean, we rode bikes our whole lives.
What's that old saying? It's just like riding a bike.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could ride a bike. Now, I think 5 minutes into it, we'd be like...
That's why you ride the 10-speed. Yeah. You put in that lower gear.
Be like, shit, I'm gassed. Because we rode bikes everywhere, so there's no way we wouldn't be able to jump on, I think.
When I was growing up, I grew up south of town. Literally the same place my mom lives now. Mm-hmm. And we had Red Top down the road. So, and then I had a buddy, Greg. Greg, he's been on the podcast. So he lived down the road from me. We'd ride to Greg's house. And then Carlos and Sam had another buddy. They were Brian Mitchell and his brother Mark Mitchell, I believe. He was even further way down the road. But our road dead ended into their house. So they drive down there or ride down there and bullshit with them. But we would just ride down the Red Top. But back then there was no cell phones, no beepers, no pagers, no nothing.
No,
hey mom, I'm leaving. See you later. And then you just haul ass.
No, we'd jump on our backs and be gone all day, especially during the summer.
Yeah, and on the weekends, which mom never minded because typically in the morning, my mom would be like, get up, eat breakfast, get out of the house. Because Saturdays was her day to clean. Yeah. Right? And then it's like, come in, here's lunch, Now get the fuck back out.
Yeah, I mean-
but I think the second part of that day was mom wanting to relax and not want to have her
then-
kids fucking with
We
her.
always were gone. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, they always say when the street lights came on.
That's when you better be home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we were going all the time. You didn't even go in the house to get a drink of water. You just turned
No,
the water hose
water
on.
hose.
Gone.
Kids these days will never and we call it the manguera. If you want to drink, get it out of the manguera, which is water hose.
We just call it a water hose.
Yeah, I know. We call it manguera. That's because that's what my mom called it. So we just drink out of the water hose.
Like I said, my granddad's place was on the river, and his water hose.
Well water?
Yeah, it was so cold.
Oh, yeah.
It was the coldest, best.
It's like Facto at his house.
Yeah, it was the coldest, best water ever. Like, just over there on the side porch, just.
A lot of people don't like well water because they think too many mineral tastes and blah,
It's
blah.
good for you.
Never minded it. It
No.
never bothered me, not one bit.
No, to me that was the best water ever coming straight out of the hose over there. Just it'd be so cold too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No, I actually, and even growing up, like, well, even today,
I still do it.
I prefer water straight out of the tap. Like water out of the fridge is filtered. Like we have our fridge, you can get water out of the fridge. Fine, it's filtered, it's cold. I don't like cold, right? So I take my water straight out of the tap.
So just like the beer.
Just like a glass
Well,
of
that's
water.
yeah, if I really need a lot, like outside mowing, I come in, sink, fill up a cup,
Yeah, and drink it
shoot it,
and be
go
done
back.
with it. Yeah.
and I'll still hit the water hose. up.
And my kids, not one will ever get water, even out of
Oh,
the
yeah.
fridge.
What's funny is that mine
Like
both,
out of the water tap out of the
mine
fridge.
both will like we have bottled water, of course, in the fridge. You know,
That's all they do. No,
But-
no. They go straight to bottled water.
No, my kids will get ice and go straight to the faucet.
Nope. My kids refuse to do that. I'll find 3,000 bottles of water, half drank, around the house,
That's why.
and we go through so much fucking bottled water.
Yeah, I think everybody does.
Like,
but
so for me, every day, it's I take a liquid IV and throw it in a bottle of water, and I'm gone. If I'm working outside, I'll do one of two things. I have a big like 32-ounce Yeti cup that I'll use, that I'll throw a couple of my whiskey balls, just a couple in there, just to, and then water
Just
out of
some
the
whiskey.
water, and whiskey and water out of the faucet, or I'll just take a water bottle and just leave it in my cup holder on my
no,
mower.
my girls will both drink faucet water still.
Mine will not, dude. They refuse to drink out of the faucet.
Mine will. Like they get their cup things. I don't know what the hell they are. There's so many different brands, but
Stanley, Yeti,
yeah,
yeah.
they'll throw ice in there and they'll pop them off.
No shit. Do you have? Does your fridge have a water? Oh, that's why then.
Well, we have bottled water in there,
Well, that's true too.
so they could grab a. I mean, but they'll
No,
they'll go.
My son will take, like, at night, he'll be upstairs playing video games. He'll come back down. He'll grab 3 or 4 bottles of water and head right back up. I'm like, dude, we have giant cups in there, like you get from the movie theater or whatever. We always keep those
Oh, yeah, for
souvenir
sure.
cups, shit like
For
that.
sure.
Fuzzies, or if
Yeah,
you go to
I'm so white trash. Any place I go, like the Ranger game or
yeah.
anything,
yeah,
I'm the guy walking on the Ranger game that has like a stack of tin cups,
Right.
plastic that with all the
the
beer
big
in them.
souvenir cup, yeah,
Just walking out with them.
right,
Keeping these.
100%. But I learned that from my mom.
Yeah.
Tupperware. Every
Oh, yeah.
every country crock, every
Oh, yeah.
sour cream
Oh, yeah.
bowl, I mean,
Everything.
thing we ever got, that was now Tupperware. We didn't ever go buy Tupperware.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it Tupperware or Tubberware?
We always said Tupperware.
With a P, right?
Yeah, that's what we always
100%.
said. I don't
Some
really-
people call it
I don't really
Tupperware.
know what the.
No, I call it Tupperware.
I don't
And
know
I
what
think
the
that's right.
proper-
I think that's right.
So I always said Tupperware.
I think it's Tupperware.
We used to have like Tupperware parties.
Yeah.
Like-
Tasha went to some Norwex.
Like they would host Tupperware parties. Like a bunch of ladies would show up at one designated house of a friend, and one lady would be selling
Tupperware. Yeah. Different sizes, different whatever. Tasha went to this thing called I think it's Norwex, Norbex, Nortex, whatever it's called. But it was like cleaning stuff. And so one of them was like a rag. Tasha bought some shit. I don't know what she bought. But it was like a rag, and you don't ever wet it, or you don't ever put cleaning solution on it, or whatever the case may be. You don't ever do something to it. So I picked it up one time, and I'm wiping the counter down with it. It was in the bottom of the cabinet. So I just grabbed it and started wiping. She's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't do that. This is for cleaning whatever. This one right here, though, this is what you use to clean that. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? It's a damn rag.
It's a script.
And then there was a special one that you used for a floor or I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know but there's always something that's going to make you buy and sell. And
How we get excited about dumb shit like grill stuff, or
yeah,
they get excited about
cleaning
bullshit
stuff.
like that. I guess I don't know.
Another big thing, Tasha. Now, she has, I guess, friends, coworkers. Somebody does.
Friends.
I don't know, selling stuff online, like on Facebook Live or something. They're like, oh, look, I've got these earrings. I've got 4 of these earrings. And people, I guess, in the chat say, I want that one. And I want give me the Easter ones. Give me the Halloween ones or whatever. I don't understand that either. Can you not just go to a store and buy the shit that they're showing you?
You can buy it from your friends.
Well, obviously you can buy it from your friends, but
solid.
But I don't know what that, I don't know, where do they buy it from to then sell it? Because they've got to be buying it from somewhere that you can also walk out and buy from, whether it's Amazon or some local shop. I don't know. But there's a couple times a week, Tasha's on Facebook on some ladies, this is what I got, and I got these, and look at this dress, and look at these whatever, and look at this, and this, and this. And I'm like, what are you doing?
There's so much stuff online now, like you don't have to go anywhere.
Well, no, and that's fine.
You can order everything, pretty much. And you can find like a cheap, like, Chastenim, like, is it Sheen, I think?
Yeah,
I've
Sheen.
heard that before.
I've heard Sheen.
You get cheap clothing.
Yeah. Yep.
I guess, but it's all chick stuff. I mean,
there was one time Tasha ordered Sheen, Temu, I don't remember what it was, but when it came in, it was all wrong sizes, or something was wrong with the order. And again, I don't know if it was Sheen or Temu or something. I assume it was Sheen. Something was wrong with it. It was wrong, and they got to keep everything they got, and got a refund for everything that they bought.
I like it.
And I went, well, it's all wrong. Like whatever. I don't remember if sizes or style or whatever. It was all wrong, but they got to keep it. I'm like, well, why do you want to? Like, if it's wrong, why do you want to keep it?
Side hustle.
Right then Tasha's now going to start selling that stuff online.
Yeah, I got the shit. Look at this.
Right.
Never worn.
Tasha, she also ordered. So we have a Sam's Club card, and I've been trying to talk her into getting at Costco since Costco's closer. But you can do it all online, so you don't even have to go to the fucking store.
Like I said, we got the Costco card because we knew the one was coming in Weatherford, so we went there.
But you can do it all online, so it doesn't matter if it's Costco or Sam's.
Yeah, but I like going there.
Well, I don't.
If I know exactly what I want, fine, I don't have to. But like we went to Costco the new one, walking through, and I'm like,
did you get the $1.50 hot dog, a foot long hot dog in the drink?
Have to.
$1.50 for a foot long?
And they got like the 25-cent bottled water.
Fuck.
Right when you go out there.
Yeah.
No, we went through there. Bought a lot of shit. Probably didn't need to buy.
Yeah.
But
here's the problem. When I go with Tasha, we might, like, together, it is always like $100 to $200 more than if she just went for herself and said, this is what I know I need. But because I'm there, I'm like, hey, what about this? Look, I mean, it's cheap.
Yeah. I bought like look, here's a 50 case of chocolate chip granola bars. Throw that in there. Me and Audrey like them. That'll last us
forever.
Till they expire.
Right.
Ooh, beef jerky. Throw that in there. Protein shakes. Throw that in there.
Yeah. No, Tasha does the same thing. But now, like I said, we knew I'll get it delivered. And she's like, well, why cancel Sam's to get Costco?
Sam's delivers to y'all's house?
Straight to the house.
That's fucking crazy.
And the last order we got...
For no charge?
I don't know.
Bullshit,
I don't know.
That's weird.
I'm not going to tell you yes or no because I don't know.
There's no way they're going
Tasha
all the way to fucking y'all's house. And not.
I don't know. Well, it just comes like FedEx or
I guess. I mean,
or UPS or something, you know.
Okay.
So we got an order in. Tasha ordered whatever, and it was going to come in 3 boxes. The first box came, and it was smashed to shit. And shit was leaking, and so they just said, free. You can have it all. It's all free. So anything that was good left in there, which was it was a fucking giant box. I'm not kidding you. It was
So
a
they got
giant
a lot
fucking,
of stuff for free.
yeah. So we got probably 3/4 of that order
So
for
they
free.
resend.
And then then the next day we got the other 2 boxes, and those were just fine. But no, they don't resend. They're just like, hey, you can have whatever's in there for free. Awesome.
Okay, I mean, I'll take it.
You know, it's kind of like when you do the Walmart online,
Yeah.
and they do the substitute. And
Yeah.
typically, if you, I want a
Sometimes
24
those
ounce-
substitutes will be like, no.
I want a 24-ounce peanut butter, but instead they give you 2 16 ounces, and you're like, well, that's even more peanut
Yeah.
butter. I'll take it. Yes.
But sometimes it'll be like,
The wrong
Hey,
flavor or something.
hey, you wanted this, but how about this complete opposite thing?
Yeah. No, thank you.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. And sometimes there'll be ones in there that you didn't approve, like, this isn't what I ordered. This is like the
This is the.
something completely that just throw it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like going and
I also like going, but here's my issue.
but
With
I always spend more.
My issue with doing the online ordering and ordering produce is you don't get to pick it.
No.
It's whoever's there, and they are grabbing the first thing
Well,
they see.
Yeah, well, no, they're not gonna sit
And they
there.
give-
They're not gonna sit there and
They give 3 shits
do the thump check.
of how ripe or how
No.
good or how soggy
3
or how
lines. They're
old
gonna,
it is. Yeah, because it's
Doesn't
about picking and
Yeah.
how fast you
No,
pick, and let's
yeah.
get you another order.
They're kids working at Walmart that don't give a fuck.
We got some bananas. Like we go through a decent amount of bananas because
I'm sure you do.
We all like, yes. I deep throat each one, and these were they were very small. You know, but you just say, well, I don't know how you order. You say give me. I don't know if you say give me a pound or give me a bundle of. See, I don't know how you order them, but whatever. Tasha ordered bananas, and they were very small. They might have been 6 inches long, and just my colorblind ass, the greenest of the green
Would you
I've
have to
ever
leave sitting
seen
out for
in
2
my.
weeks
Oh
for you to
God,
eat them?
yes. Just they looked like
Yeah.
plantains. You know, they were just
They
hard.
probably were.
maybe.
Yeah, he's just grabbing, like they said, they stack them up, like
Yeah,
how they're taught to stack them.
yeah,
Put the better ones up top because where people are grabbing first.
right.
So they just
Right. And look, nothing against the pickers.
no. I mean,
They're just trying to
don't-
get,
I
they're
don't
just trying to
fucking
do a job, get
like
as
I
much
said.
picked as possible.
most of them are
Young.
young kids working at Walmart. Been there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they give half a shit for anything.
yeah, I'm not gonna go above or beyond for
Right.
$7
Right.
an hour.
Right. But I also want to know how do they choose the substitution? Like, does the computer system say substitute
Probably.
this? Like,
They probably
oh, we're out of stock on that. Now
it
substitute
probably
this.
it probably automatically
Or do they?
populates, like,
Or do they go? I'm going to substitute this for that.
no, I doubt they got that call. I'm guarantee you it's some kind of thing like
It says
out of this,
do this.
substitute for this.
Yeah, like items or
Yeah,
something.
they're not going to give them that power.
Yep. So we need to step into.
All right, it's time for Daniel and Blake's Death Corner,
Sponsored
sponsored by the Riverwalk of San Antonio.
by. Boop. So
What do you got?
I have
You
2.
told me you had some stuff.
And you said you don't have any? You didn't hear any of this? And there's actually a lot, but there's one.
You
And
missed one, you said.
there's one that we missed back in February.
Okay.
So we want to go back to February.
Okay.
I want to know, do you know what I'm about to tell you?
All right.
Do you know where this come from? How big an old boy are you?
How big old boy are you? Sounds familiar.
So this is
How big old boy are you?
this is like a prank call.
Yeah.
My name's Roy D.
Roy D.
Mercer.
Mercer from was that originally what radio station? Was
I don't
that?
remember what radio station it is.
Roy D. Mercer. How big a boy?
My name is Roy by God
Because he'd be like,
Mercer.
come over there, whoop your ass.
Yeah. How big an old boy are you? I'll come over here. I'll whoop your
He
ass.
died.
Back in February.
I
February
didn't hear
8th.
anything about it.
His original name is Brent Douglas. He was a radio broadcaster for Jesus Christ for. I'm
Was
trying
he
to
on the
see-
ranch or?
No. He was from like Arkansas. And he had been on the radio for like
I remember
43
hearing about
years
Big
or something like
Boy.
that.
I mean,
Dude, and I actually used to listen to his, I don't know that I bought an album, but I used to listen to his albums. Dude, and it would make me laugh my ass off. He would, one time he called about his son had bought a chainsaw and from this store, and it cut his arm off while they were cutting down trees, and he was like, I need you to come over here and I need you to pay for his arm to be replaced. And the guy was just cussing him, he ended up cussing him out and bullshit with him. He's like, how big of a burr are you? And so Brent Johnson, Roy Mercer, he passed away back in February 8th, 2025, so this year.
okay.
Roy D. Mercer.
How old was
He was 70. Dude, I'm going to lie to you. Even 70 might be the lie. 73, but that may be a fucking lie.
he? Huh. Yeah, I didn't hear that one.
Jay North. Do you know that name?
Mm-mm.
72 years old, died
Jay
with
North.
his battle with cancer.
Okay.
The original Dennis the Menace
Oh, okay.
passed away.
But shit.
Right.
How old was he?
72. 72 years old. Jay North. So he's been fighting cancer for many years. And he died, peacefully.
The
at his
OG
home.
Dennis the Menace.
The original Dennis the Menace.
Black and white days.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever, when's the last time you seen a picture of Dennis the Menace?
The OG one?
Look at that.
Jeez.
Look clean cut.
Yeah.
Very, very,
Reserve.
well, no, very, what's the other damn show where Wally was the older brother?
Leave it to be.
Leave it to Beaver-esque.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the same time.
Right.
Hmm.
Just, like clean cut,
Get it?
and like his picture that we're looking at in a suit, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So Dennis the Menace passed away, 72 years old, battled with cancer.
And when did he die?
This picture I have does not say the day he passed away, but it was this week. That was this week.
Okay, so that was
Yeah,
a legit death corner.
yeah. That was a legit death corner.
Yeah, I didn't hear any. So
And then you got to say there were 6 people that passed away in the helicopter
yeah,
crash.
that was bad.
Crash
yeah.
in the Hudson River.
Oh, yeah, that was. Chas told me about that. Actually, I did not hear anything
And
about
it
it.
wasn't of the 6. There was like a family,
Three kids. It was 3 kids and a mom and a dad. Like,
and then
yeah,
there
the
was somebody
pilot.
else in the pilot. Yeah.
pilot.
Jesus
no, they
Christ.
they just got there and like went on a helicopter tour thing and.
And then I saw a video. Now the video I saw, I guess the helicopter was already in the river, but the propeller was still flying around, and then hit. I was like, oh my god.
Imagine they're going on vacation. They just get there. Like one of the first things they do was that
The helicopter
they all
tour.
die.
That is fucking insane.
Yeah.
I think the good thing about that, the
My-
family was together.
That's to say, my brain at least. I guess this is warped. I don't know. I didn't know if it was warped or not, but they all went together.
Together.
So I don't know. There's no kid growing up with those parents. There's no one parent that made it that
Is losing
whole
everybody.
family, I mean-
Right. Did I ever tell you, since we're in Death Corner, the night before my dad passed away? Did I ever tell you that story?
I don't think so.
So my dad passed away. It was a Saturday morning, and I knew it was going to happen,
Yeah.
which is weird because you always hear that, like, you can see it happening, and I never believed that until I saw it happening.
Yeah, I've seen.
So it was a Friday night. My dad, he'd been sick off and on, in and out of the hospital. He was bad health. He smoked since he was 10 years old. He drank most of his life until my mom was like, you're going to stop drinking or I'm leaving you. And that was when they had their first kid, which was my brother Carlos. Either you're going to stop or I'm leaving you. And so my dad did. He cold turkey
that's
quit.
hardcore.
And he didn't drink, honestly, my entire life. Like, I think I saw him drunk twice. And once was when I was young, and the second time I was already an adult. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's
Pretty
awesome.
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty awesome.
Especially,
Especially for a guy that was drinking
ham sandwich every day.
every day drinking so much. He was straight vodka, homie.
Oh,
He was
that's
like
even crazier.
every day he was drinking like
That's even crazier. Not beer, like going hard liquor.
a fifth or two of vodka, or he was just getting down on it.
Damn.
But he lived a hard life, so in that, and here's a sad reality. And when I got married to Tasha, which is now 20, how long are you in chat? 22, 23.
You're ahead of us, right? By one.
2003. So
Yeah.
this year will be 23 or 20.
22.
22
this
years.
year's 21.
Yeah.
Me and Chance are fixing to hit 21 in a couple of weeks.
So Tasha and I will hit 22
Y'all hit 22
in July.
Yeah.
So when Tasha and I first got together, my dad was in bad health, but on the come up. Like he was doing better.
Okay.
But when my dad was like at his worst, I made my peace with him and God and the reality of what's going to happen.
You know what's coming. Just
like it's going to, and I thank God for every day we had with him. Which was there was days that we didn't get along. There were days that you'd argue, but at the end of the day, I'm like, he's still here.
Yeah.
Cool times. Anyway, so he got real sick one time, and it was like his 10th time in the hospital in like 2 months. And
was it for like the lung cancer mainly, or
no? He never had lung cancer.
But what was it for?
He just his body was deteriorating. Basically, is what it was.
No specific like.
It's his heart.
Yeah,
obviously it's his heart. He didn't eat well.
Makes sense. Yeah,
he didn't eat well.
Yeah.
He didn't take care of
Makes
himself
sense,
at all. And so Tasha and I were like, it's Friday night. We went over to Weatherford. We had Tristan with us. We ate on the border. I drank me a few Pacificos. And we head over to the hospital because my dad was there. And my mom, it was like a big storm was coming that night. Like a big, tornadoes may come, hell, and all this shit, And so we went over there before all that shit was going to happen. And I called my dad. And he didn't answer, obviously, because he's in the hospital.
Yeah.
But he had his phone with him, so he could have. So I called Mom, and I'm like, hey, we're fixing to leave on the border. Is there anything Dad wants before I head up there? She's like, yes, he wants a good cup of fucking coffee. He says the coffee at the hospital is shit.
Yeah, which it probably was.
I'm like, okay, where does he want it from? If I say a good cup of coffee, where would, give me a couple of options of where you would buy coffee from.
A good cup of coffee?
My dad only drank black coffee. No cream, no sugar, no nothing, just straight black.
Shit.
Straight black.
Like, are we talking like a fast food place? Or
just like if you're like, hey, I'm going to go get me a good cup of coffee, where do you go?
I don't like Starbucks coffee.
But yeah, and I'm with you.
But I mean, some people say that premium roast, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Blah. Dunkin' Donuts, everybody says that's a good cup of coffee. Me, like, McDonald's has a pretty good cup of coffee.
I've never had their coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker.
Their coffee's pretty good. I got to give it to them.
And that was my first thought.
Yeah.
Because he hates Starbucks.
No.
He's not
to me, it's
he wasn't a fan of Starbucks.
It's fine, but it's
people say it tastes
burnt. Yeah.
I like Starbucks.
It's okay, but I mean,
quad venti white mocha with 2 extra shots of espresso in mine. Whenever I get
that shirt says.
Oh yeah. Oof.
But out of all the like fast food places,
right.
McDonald's coffee hands down is the best.
Never had it, but my dad loved Jack in the Box black coffee.
No shit.
And so my mom was like, he wants a good cup of coffee,
like.
Just a great cup of black coffee. And I said, I know what he drinks.
Yeah,
I said, well, where does he want it from? She said, Jack in the Box. I said, okay,
let's go.
So I go through Jack in the Box, and I'm like, and this is like 7:30 at night. I'm like, I need a black cup of coffee. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. Do you have any?
Straight up, come on.
And they're like, I mean, we can make some.
Yeah, that's perfect. Fresh brew.
And I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
I said, it's
it's
not for me. It's for my dad, and the largest size you have, just because you're brewing some.
Yeah.
I said, if you got to give me 2, I'll take 2, whatever it takes to, try to deplete whatever you're about to make.
You're fixing to make a full pot. Let's go.
And so they just give me. They're like, no, we'll just make a pot. One large is fine. Don't worry about it. And so I got them a large cup. And I go over there, and I hand it. And so we get to the hospital, and I get there, and my dad, those beds kind of raise up and down head and feet, and then the feet kind of will level out and kind of V you up with a level out, almost like a square root symbol,
Yeah.
you know. And so we get there, and he's kind of just very out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to him, I'm like, Dad, hey, we're here, And he's just like, can you get that nurse to come in? She said she's going to taco me up. Because when we got there, he was like, his head was up, but his legs were straight. He said, she's going to taco me up, but she hadn't done it yet. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Dad? Like, taco you up? What does that even mean? And he's like, she said she's going to taco me up. I just needed to taco me up. And I'm like, all right, well, here's your coffee. And so he took the lid off, took a couple drinks. He's like, oh, that's so good. And I'm like, all right, well, if you need more, let me know. I'll get you more. He's like, no, this is fine. And he took a couple more drinks and set it down. And so I go to the nurse's station. I go, hey, my dad said someone's supposed to taco him up. I don't know what that means, but maybe y'all do, because I know my dad doesn't speak well.
Yeah.
Like he speaks in kind of that kind of language his whole life. Loved it. And so they were like they were looking at me like, what the fuck is that? And so then his actual nurse came up, and she was like, are you with Ben Gray? I said, yes, ma'am. She was like, oh, I'm his nurse. And I'm like, hey, my name's Daniel. I'm his son. And she was like, oh, do you need something? I said, my dad said you're going to taco him up. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I told him I'd come ask you. So she goes, I'll be there in just a second. So I go back in the room. I said, she's coming in. And so she comes in there, and they had brought him his food. And she's like, Ben, I told you got to eat some food before I do anything for you. And so whatever they fed him, he hated hospital food.
Oh yeah, well most of us. It's just like what you think.
It's very bland.
They're not going to put a lot of stuff in it because most of it's for people that are sick. So
right.
It's going to have no salt.
Yeah. You got to do it all yourself if you want to, and it's not good even when you do that.
It's going to be stuff to cook fast and all that stuff.
And so he was like, okay. And she's like, I need you to at least eat this. I think it was Jello that he had there.
Always
Jello or pudding or something like that.
Always something like that.
And so he reached up and he grabbed it and he starts putting it in his mouth. And he's like, okay, there it is. Okay, I got it down. Like he just shoveled it in his mouth real quick. And she's like, all right. So by taco, what he meant was he wanted his head up more and his feet up more. So the bed created a taco for him. Which I went, why didn't you just fucking tell me? Bring your feet up.
I guess it just probably circulation made it feel better.
So he was like, the way he told the nurse was he wanted to be tacoed up, which means bring the bed up to a V.
And she knew what he was talking about. But she wouldn't do it till he ate something.
She was like, Ben, you got to eat something. Yeah. So he just scarfed down the Jello or pudding or whatever it was, and we hung out with. And so he did that, and he's like, oh, he felt better.
Yeah.
But he was very out of it.
Yeah.
Very just.
I'm sure he's on shit too.
Yeah. Some medicine or whatever.
Giving stuff for pain.
So we sat there and bullshitted with him, and he was kind of in and out, like falling asleep and waking up and falling asleep. I'm like, all right, Pops, well, I said, I don't want to keep you awake. If you're tired, go to sleep.
Yeah.
I said, I'll come by tomorrow. We'll hang out and blah, 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 blah. He's like, okay. So we started to leave, and I was like, all right, I love you, Pops. And we started to leave, and something goes, give him a hug. Give him a hug, give him a kiss.
Something clicked.
So I turned around, gave him a hug, gave him a kiss. He told me he loved me. We left. We're driving down the road, like literally from the hospital parking lot onto the road, and I start crying. Tasha's like, what's wrong? I go, it's the last time I'll see him.
Like you knew something.
Yeah, so like I go, that's the last time I'll see him.
It's weird how.
And she goes, no, he'll be fine. They'll take. I said, no. I said that is going to be the last time I see him alive. And we get home, and we go to bed. 6 o'clock in the morning, I get a call from my sister.
It's gone.
Something's wrong with Dad. We got to get over there. I said, I'm on my way. Like from a dead ass sleep. Boom.
Yeah,
Dad.
You're
boom.
gone. You're boom.
Gone. Tasha stays at home. Haul ass over there. Haul ass over to Mom's house. And then we just haul ass over there. Sam, Carlos was at. Oh no, Sam didn't. Did Sam go? I don't think Sam went. Sam didn't go. I don't know. Either way, either Carlos or one of those two didn't go because they were out of town with work or something happened. Maybe they all showed up. I don't know. I'm very vague on that. We haul ass to the hospital. By the time we get there, he was gone.
Yeah.
They did what they could. Couldn't do any more. He was gone. And I am, because I know how my family is, they're not good with that stuff. Close relatives, we're not good with it.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to be the.
Somebody has to be.
Somebody
the
has to
anchor.
be
The anchor.
the anchor.
Well, you can. That's what I have. Yeah.
So, my only reaction as the anchor was to shake everyone's hand that was in the room and say thank you for doing everything you could for my father. So I shook the doctor's hand, the
thank you
nurse's
for
hand,
helping,
and everybody else is breaking down, which I also wanted to.
Yeah,
but if you have everyone breaking
Yeah.
down, there's no one to talk to.
Yeah.
When you're as somebody in the medical field,
unless you
there's no one to
gotta
talk to.
You gotta
Right.
Be the.
So I wanted to be the person that they could talk to.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else in
No,
my family,
I'm
because
just saying-
all I wanted to do was cry
Yeah.
with them.
And you do it later.
Right.
Like if you were me, that's what I do too.
Yeah, somebody's got to be the
I
person.
do the same thing.
Right. And so while everybody was losing it,
Yeah.
I was just suppressing
Yeah,
it,
just tried
just
to-
shoving it deep,
like,
deep down. Yeah. No, and it took a while. And
Yeah, chewing it.
yeah, no, you're like a cow chewing
Yeah.
cud,
Yeah.
just chewing it
That's
down.
what I do too.
And so I called Tasha and I said, he's gone. So we get home, or, they take him out, and I get home and I'm like, that's when I break down.
That's
at
when
home.
when you do it,
Dude,
it's
it
like,
was fucking
it just.
release.
But when you do it, it comes out hardcore.
Oh, no, it was
but it
bad.
feels so.
Yeah.
You feel so much better
Yeah,
after
yeah.
because you just.
Right.
Because I did the same thing with my grandma.
Right.
Like she was on hospice, and they were like, I think it was like a Sunday when they were like, "Get here, she's gonna anytime
Yeah.
now."
Yeah.
And she didn't go till Wednesday, and we just kept going there and kept going there, and everybody just
Not that you want it to happen fast.
no, but I mean, she just hanging
Right.
on like she basically was in a coma, you
Right.
know. But and the whole they lived in a single wide, trailer.
Right.
And everybody just all over the place. So it comes to like Wednesday night, and nobody has slept too much. And it's me and my cousin Brad and a couple of my other cousins, and we're just sitting at the table in like the dining area.
Mhm.
It's all in the same room, because we're in the single one. And Grandma was in a hospital bed in the living room, so she's right there. There's just bodies everywhere of just people sleeping.
I'm like, what the
No,
fuck?
just all the family members, everybody just sleeping where they can on the
Right.
floors, on the couches, and we're the only like three awake. And keep in mind, she had been like in a coma for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting there talking. We're the only ones awake. There's a little light like over like the table, all the lights turned down, and we're just sitting there talking. Also, I hear Grandma go, and she hasn't done anything. So I turn and look. She's over there, and her eyes are wide open.
Holy shit.
And I turn and look, and her eyes are wide open, the bluest eyes, and then she just closed them real slow. And I knew, like when I saw
the
that, I was
final
like,
breath. Yeah.
so we get over there, and everybody starts waking up, and I'm doing that thing of not breaking down.
Yeah.
Everybody else is losing their shit.
Yeah.
And then like the hospice guy was very nice, and he's like, he just went through like he was with his wife when she died, and like he's
Yeah.
a very good guy because she's doing that thing where looks like she's gone, and then all of a sudden her body would just go like, and he said that's just the body.
No shit.
Yeah, just
Oh,
the body's
just
doing that,
the nerves and shit like that.
he
Yeah.
said she's gone. So, and that's me. I'm trying to be the strong,
Yeah.
like, and
And it sucks, dude.
yeah. And then people talking, and then they were like, the hearse is coming, and I just went out and like it's over there by Kenny's, same
Yeah.
thing. I just went out in the woods and by myself and just fell to my knees and just let it all go.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing. I mean, so Mark was my stepdad, just passed, which I think my mom told me yesterday. It's been a month. Like,
No, and it passes so fucking fast.
and that's when I was getting up to like how you said-
2017. My dad. 2017. My dad passed away.
Yeah.
Here we are in 2025. Holy shit!
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. No, it passes so fucking fast.
Yeah. So when we got there, and they got him from the nursing home, and he's on hospice, and I wanted to get there with my mom because I didn't want to be I knew he wasn't in the best shape.
Right.
And I get there, and he's he's out,
Mm-hmm.
mouth open, doing that heavy breathing thing, and like I knew, like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen sometime in the next 24 hours, is what I'm thinking.
Right.
So I'm just gonna stay close and
Be around. Yeah.
So I was like, Mom, have you ate anything? Because she don't eat anyway. She always ate like
She's
I always,
so skinny,
well, I always
dude.
say she always ate like a bird anyway. My whole life.
Because she's so skinny.
She takes like forever. She'll take.
That's
she's
who
one of them-
Jody gets it from.
Yeah, she's one of them ladies that will like have a. She loves tostadas.
Mm-hmm. I hate oh,
God, she loves them. And
worst.
she makes a mean one too. Pretty good.
Okay.
But she'll spend an hour eating one, little bit, like a bird, little pieces.
You're not even getting part of
And
it.
She's always been like that. So I said, "You ate?" No, of course yet. I said, "I'm gonna go get food." Hell, I went and got like pizzas from Pizza Hut. And she loves Supreme.
Yep.
I went by the Mexican meat market, the grocery store thing, and I grabbed their chips and tortillas and salsas and stuff like that because she loves all that shit.
Yeah.
And I got there, I got all back, sat her down next to him. He's in the bed. And I said, sit in this chair right next. Got her a piece of pizza, blah, blah, blah. Been there about 15 minutes, and like I said, he's doing that heavy breathing, so he's moving.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there looking at her, and he's here, so I can see my periphery,
Yeah.
and he stops moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I try not to, I'm not like,
Oh my God. Yeah.
because I don't want to,
Yeah.
but I see him stop moving, I just turn, I turn and look, and,
Done.
but he was going like that.
Yep.
Like there was no more, like, he
Just-
stopped moving, I said,
Yep.
so he got home and probably made it like 3 hours, maybe. But I knew he was, like I said, I knew he was going to go,
Yeah.
which was better. I mean, but I also was like, so, because Mom started freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
What do I, she just panicked. What do I do? Just on his, and I'm trying to be
Yeah.
I'm the man. I got to be the man of the family, strong, blah, blah.
Right.
And boy, what's funny is like Mom had already arranged. Like, Mark wanted to be cremated, and he'd even told Mom. He said, "Hey, it's not that big a deal to me. I want to be cremated by this place.
Right.
If you feel differently once I pass,
Do what you want.
yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Obviously."
Yeah.
So Mom second guessed it for a while, but she's like, "No, we already paid for it. That's what he wanted." So the place that was gonna do it's like out in like at Arlington.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to send the.
Yeah. Same thing with my dad.
So he passed away like 4 o'clock or something. They didn't come to get him till like 9. So
we waited for my dad until after the funeral, and then they took.
no,
him
they
to get
came and
cremated.
got it.
Really?
Like right then. So we're waiting for them to come. So we're sitting there with Mark's. He had the hospital bed in the living room, like his body's there,
Mm-hmm.
and people keep coming in, and
He's gone.
it's weird.
Yeah,
'Cause his
100%.
body's over, and the dog
Yeah.
jumped on the bed, started looking. Because animals can always. It's like, Jesus Christ. So okay.
Yeah. He's like, get down.
So they finally
get
came
down.
Yeah. So they finally came to get him, and I helped. Very nice gentleman. I think the place was called like Lone Star or something out of Arlington, the cremation place.
Yeah.
Very nice gentleman, 3-piece suit, vest on, Lincoln
Wow,
Navigator that's
wow.
like converted to
Mhm.
haul bodies, very nice place. And I helped him,
Yeah.
I helped load the body.
Yeah.
All this stuff, you
Yep.
know. And loaded them up and sent them off, and then I'm out there by myself, and I just kind of lost it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like get the toxins out.
Right. Right.
Just
Yeah.
so I know what you're talking about when you just...
So here's another thing. So I don't know. Let me go pee. I gotta pee.
Oh.
All right. Pee break over. Oh, what did I say? All right. Pee break.
Pee break over.
Take
Jeez.
3. Pee
Drink-
break over.
Drink another one.
I will.
Jesus.
So I don't know.
Are we done with the...
No, not yet.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a Catholic thing
Okay.
or if this is a Mexican thing.
Okay. I know neither.
Right. So when my dad had passed away,
Uh-huh.
and dude, I don't think Sam was there.
Okay.
I think he came a little later, or At this time,
Somebody was
he
in a town,
he
right?
might have been there. I don't
One
don't
of them
remember.
was in a town.
Maybe I don't know that that's a true story.
It's funny how things like fade out.
Right. There's small
There's
parts that I
certain
don't
things
remember.
you focus on, and
I
then-
remember my mom,
Mhm.
my sister,
Word.
me, and either Carlos or Sam or Carlos and Sam. I just don't remember. I think, God, maybe all of us were there. I hope all of us were there. But there is, whether it's Catholic or Mexican tradition, you wash the body. You cleanse the body.
Probably a Catholic thing,
Maybe.
I would think.
Maybe. But it also could be Mexican. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
most Mexicans
So-
I know are Catholic,
So they brought
probably
us
both.
So they brought us in like buckets of water with towels in there.
Yes,
And so we washed my dad's
I've
body.
seen that done before.
We washed my dad's body, which is a surreal thing.
Yes, that would be a different, a strange feeling. You know,
It is weird. Yeah, no, it is odd. It's weird.
I mean, if you're washing the body of anybody that died, period, even if
Right.
you didn't, and
Right.
then it's
Right.
your father.
Right. It's weird.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it was, as my dad, it wasn't weird. Like, I say it's weird. Like,
Well, I mean, it's
the concept is weird.
it's different, right?
Right.
But
But as I'm doing it, not weird.
gave you some peace, maybe. Or
Yeah, kind of like
something,
a last rites
Yeah,
kind of thing,
yeah.
you know? It was,
washing the body away. Like that's why I think it might be Catholic, because it's like cleansing the body
with
away
you.
from sin, something like
but
that.
then Mexicans have weird traditions
But-
too, which is, but they're,
probably
you know,
it's probably tied into both.
a little of
you
both.
know.
But then it comes time, which I don't know that this is. I have one of my family members that wasn't my mom or my sister
Mm-hmm.
that decided they were going to wash his nether regions.
Oh shit.
And that was the weird part to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe we just don't wash that part.
Yeah.
But the problem is you're supposed to wash the whole body.
Well, that should be the wife, right?
I would think so. But there was one of my, obviously, brothers that did that. And that's the only part that I was
I mean,
like,
if they didn't
because one of my brothers was like, fine, I'll do it. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't want to do it, but he's
I'll,
like, fine, I'll do it.
it.
That was
But I mean,
maybe the third time I saw my dad's peen.
yeah.
It was weird.
I mean,
Just to
said-
know that's where I came from, you know. Like,
Yeah.
It was weird.
we all came from right there. And it's just,
Like, it was a little
yeah,
weird, and that's maybe a little too much information. But
no, I mean,
it is what it is. You know,
and
it's part of my
I'm
story.
sure people
so.
listening could tell us.
Yeah,
is
tell
this
me.
a Mexican thing or Catholic? And I'm going to think.
I'm thinking more Catholic.
I'm thinking more both. Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, a little of both, maybe.
I mean, most
But it was like,
Hispanics I know are
Yeah.
Catholic.
but we all,
maybe.
we all took part in washing his
Mhm.
body, and
Let's find
And it was-
somebody. Let's go with them.
go ask that Mexican over
Yeah.
there.
Be like, hey,
Are you Catholic? Or are you Mexican?
hey,
What are they wait?
hey, on the page one.
But it was that
Yeah.
whole thing's. So before we leave Death Corner,
Mhm.
but since we're here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
have you had anyone like extended family, uncles, aunts, anybody pass away that turned into a shit show?
No, I've never had like a crazy funeral where like when you hear about like
I have two stories.
fights breaking out or
Well, not that bad, but
or like just anything. No, I, mean, I guess most funerals I can remember too were
pretty
pretty
regular.
basic, pretty basic.
Yep. I have two stories, and these stories are the reason I don't talk to my extended family,
Okay,
and it's only my dad's side that I don't speak with.
the Johnsons.
Well, no. Well, maybe they are. I don't know. But it's my dad's side that I don't really speak with. And it's only because they're so fucking weird. And
So where's your dad from originally?
I don't know. So when you look at when I did that 23andMe, you look at my 23andMe, it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
It is the entire
Where
world.
was he born? Do you know? Like,
No, Cross Plains.
okay, so he's a Texan.
Yeah, he's from Texas.
Okay, he's a Texan.
And he had two brothers, both passed away. He has a sister, both passed away. Mom and dad passed away now.
Mhm.
So just my cousins are left. But so his uncle Tim
Okay.
who I used to call Uncle Tom, because he was only because I was young, and he was married to a woman named Jerry. So Tom and Jerry was
Okay.
my correlation,
Alright,
but he
I
was
got it.
Tim, Uncle
Got it.
Tim.
Uncle Tom, because he talked to the cops.
Yeah. But he also did have Uncle T, or his Uncle T, which was his dad's brother,
Okay.
which we also called Uncle T. But it was Ben and Tom, twin brothers. Didn't look anything alike. Anyways, but Uncle Tim
Okay.
was married to a woman named Jerry. Uncle Tim passed away. Jerry, so they smoked. Like, entirety of my dad's family smoked.
Yeah.
And I think maybe one of my mom's
Well,
brothers
that's
smoked.
usually how it goes. Like, I mean,
Yeah. Anyway, so forever smoked. We did a family reunion. Every motherfucker smoking,
Yeah.
and that's why I don't smoke today,
Yeah.
because I did not want to be around it anymore. So he passed away. In the funeral home, my aunt, I call her Aunt Jerry, but she's great Aunt Jerry, was on oxygen.
smoke.
Goes into the bathroom of the funeral home,
To smoke.
lights up a cigarette, and it fucking explodes in the fucking bathroom of the funeral
Why did it
home.
explode?
Because the oxygen blows
Oh
up.
fuck! She blew up the
Fire.
fucking- oh my god!
Fire.
She was still hooked up when
She
she
had-
lit up. Oh my god!
And it fucking blew up in the fucking funeral home.
Jesus.
She luckily didn't get hurt.
Good God!
but it fucking blew up.
She's lucky she didn't get hurt. Shit.
Then I have my cousins, who Uncle Tim, I was as close to him as they were, which is not at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I did know him, and I did like him.
Mm-hmm.
He was funny. He picked on us.
Was this in Houston? One?
No, this was that's my Uncle David.
Okay.
This is Uncle Tim, my dad's uncle, which is my great Uncle Tim.
Uh-huh.
My actual first cousins are throwing themselves on his casket, making a huge scene.
These his kids?
No, these are my dad's brother's kids, who knew him just as much as I did, which is not a lot.
So, and they're acting like
Into
they're
their
so
world.
distraught.
Yeah, they're acting like it's the end of their world. And I look at my mom and I look at my dad, and they just shake their head no. It's for attention.
They know.
It's for attention. And when their dad passed away, it was the same thing. And I feel sorry for them. I get it. When your dad passed away, it fucking sucks. I get it. But
Yeah.
I know, after I've been to many funerals with them, it's attention.
Like I said, I've seen that in funerals that
So there's
not to that extent, but like I think in my head, man, you're doing this
right.
to bring attention to yourself.
And you're taking the attention away from the person.
The worst fucking thing you could do.
The only other one that I've been to, which is the reason why I don't talk to more family members, I went to my Uncle David's, which is my dad's brother, my dad's baby brother. Went to his funeral.
That's the Houston one, right?
Houston one,
Yeah.
yep, correct. And so he had passed away on Monday, and the wife and the kids, they're calling. They're like, hey, okay, so like Friday, Saturday will be the funeral, blah 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 blah. I take off of work on like Wednesday. My dad couldn't drive. My mom didn't have a reliable vehicle to take him down there, so I take off and I head down there with them in the vehicle. My mom, my dad, my sister, and we haul ass down there. I take off work. No, I got time. It's not a big deal. But I got shit to do the next week. Like, I've got shit that I have to be back for work next week.
Got to be back.
So we get down there Wednesday. Wednesday, we arrive at his house where the wife is. The kids are gone. Nowhere to be seen. The wife is there and I understand. You lose your husband, and she's just out of it.
In shambles.
But she's cleaning.
Yeah.
She's just sitting there cleaning.
Probably doing something to occupy her mind.
Yeah,
but
not talking to anybody, not saying anything, and which is whatever. I get it.
Yeah.
No one bothered her. We let her do whatever she needed to do. So my dad's sitting there with his sister. His other brother had already passed. Now his baby brother has now passed. And so we're sitting there. Nothing happens. Kids don't come. They don't say anything. Thursday comes. Same thing. No one's talking. No one's letting anybody know what's going on. Friday comes. No one knows anything. Saturday comes. Finally, the kids come home. The mom's there still cleaning the entire house that she's already cleaned 4 or 5 times, you know. The kids come home, and they have zero information. They've been at the funeral home making plans for the last 2 or 3 days. Zero information. Everything happened Saturday, Sunday. Come Sunday about noon. You know, I think my brothers showed up like Saturday, Friday or Saturday they showed up. Sunday about noon. I told my mom and dad, I go,
I gotta go.
I gotta go. I can't stay
I
here.
have to.
I said,
Yeah.
so, you know, if Carlos and Sam can take you back home, and my sister was there too.
You've been there like 4 days.
Yeah, I'd been there for a while.
4 days.
With zero information. Like, the kids aren't saying anything to anyone. They would come and they'd go to their rooms and so I'd walk in. I'm like, hey, what do you?
Hey, what's
And
the
just
plan?
just nothing. I don't. I can't talk about it. I'm too distressed. I can't talk about it. Okay. I don't want to push you into you know.
fine.
I get it.
Whatever.
Yeah, I get it. You know, I mean, I don't get it, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to push you into talking about something you don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna be respectful.
So so finally Sunday at noon, I told my parents, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go. So because of the funeral could have happened Friday,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but they didn't want to make
This
decisions.
started Wednesday.
They didn't want to make decisions, or they couldn't agree on decisions.
Yeah.
because there's 3 daughters.
There's probably more of that.
3 daughters.
So it's just 3 girls.
And no one wanted to make a decision on how it should happen, when it should happen, blah, 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 blah. And so I missed my uncle's funeral
Because of that bullshit.
because they were being so selfish,
Huh? Thinking about themselves.
thinking about each individual person's
Yeah.
selves, not about their dad. Like they couldn't let him go, which I understand,
No, sure.
and I don't hate them
No.
for it, but also I
Like
couldn't.
you said, that's why there has to be one.
I could.
like
Yes,
you said,
right,
that
right.
has to
there has to
decide-
be one
I'm going to be the anchor.
that makes the decision.
I'm going to make sure something happens,
Right.
even to the extent of, even if I look like the bad guy almost,
Right.
I will be the guy to
Right.
take the burden of this.
Like when it came to my dad's funeral, because we didn't want to cremate him without the funeral part of it and give everybody their last chance to say goodbye to him, all that stuff. And then all the Catholic part of it,
Yeah, for
rosary
sure.
and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
The mass and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So we wanted to make sure he had that. But we're at the funeral home, and luckily Chastity Garland,
Say, so my wife was
which
what?
she's a lifesaver.
Yeah.
I called her and I'm like, look, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. What do I do?
She step by step walked me through it, and godsend.
Yeah,
she's a
for
godsend. Because she worked for funeral home. Right?
Awesome.
I don't know if she still does, but she did
I
at
mean,
the time.
so she knew what to
Yeah,
do.
so she helped me through it. Luckily, I had someone to call. No one else knew anybody else. Anyway, so she walked me through it, and when it came time to decide, and I go, Mom, what does Dad want? She's like, he's always wanted to be cremated. I said, cool. Here's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And so finally, I go, somebody had to take charge because everybody's like, I don't know, do we do this? Do we do that? And I go, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is how we're doing it. And we're done. Decision's made.
Like I said,
Let's
you
get the
have
fuck
to-
at it. Yeah.
You have to have somebody there.
Somebody
to-
has to make, because nobody
Yeah.
wants to make the decision, but
Yeah,
somebody
'cause-
has to.
Yeah.
And so decisions made, rosary, funeral, viewing, all that shit done, and now he can be,
Put the
we're done.
rest-
Yeah, he can be put to
we're
rest.
Done, we're done.
Yes, now we can move on.
with this
not
stage,
move on, but we can move
this
on.
stage.
Yeah.
Because that's the hardest stage to get past.
Right.
Is that.
It is the hardest one to get
Because
past.
you're never ever going to be
Done with it.
the same or used to it. Like you just find different ways to cope.
My
Right.
mom's brother passed away, and his daughter kept texting me, how do I get through this? How do I get past this?
You don't.
I go, you'd never get over it. You never get through it. You never get
You
past
find
it.
better ways to deal.
100%.
That's it.
100%. But, like, even on the way down here, Tasha played a stupid song that I only heard twice in my life.
And it will break you down.
She played a stupid song,
Yeah.
and I am over here crying out
Yeah.
of my right eye,
It's
which is
just-
opposite
yeah.
of where she's at.
And she has no idea.
She has no idea.
No. It happens like it's weird. Like, I just things out of nowhere.
Right.
Will just so like the damn song. when I get where I'm going,
Mm-hmm.
Brad Paisley and Dolly Parton, right?
Yeah.
To this day, that song comes on the radio, and when he says that line, I'm gonna walk with my granddaddy, and he'll match me step for step.
Right.
Start crying like a little girl.
Daddy never was the Cadillac kind, which was my dad. Said some things just glitter and shine. And so he, that was one of his favorite songs. And when I hear that song,
when you hear stuff that reminds you of him, it's
and they take him away in a Cadillac, like literally they took my dad away in a Cadillac, dude. I'm like, that fucking song is for him.
It makes you,
but it also makes me happy.
It makes you happy and sad at the same time.
Right, dude. And
that's everybody's.
It's I love to hate it, but
no, I
Blake, stop bringing us fucking down. Let's
you're
get
the
out
one
of this
doing
shit.
it. Okay, so we're leaving Daniel and Blake's Death Corner, sponsored by Tasha.
Boop, 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 ba-doop, 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 boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
All right, that was a long one,
dude. That was weird.
Thanks.
We took a weird corner. But
you did.
It's just
I think I took down notes.
Did you?
I think I did. Could be lying. Let me look.
Well, I got one more, but I didn't really study for it. But if you got something, let's go with it.
Let me look here.
Of course.
I want to make sure that I'm spitting facts, as they say.
Don't spit no facts.
As the kids.
We don't spit facts here.
As the kids say.
We don't do that here. You know that.
So, the teddy bear.
Okay.
Do you know its origin story?
Absolutely.
What is it?
Theodore Roosevelt.
And?
That's all I know. It's named after him, right?
Yeah, so supposedly
Teddy Roosevelt.
He was a big hunter.
Okay.
And
I just knew it was named after Teddy Roosevelt.
So they were on a hunting expedition, and they had captured a bear. It said...
With a net?
Kate, I don't know. They had captured a bear somehow and said, "Come kill it."
Okay.
And he's like, "No, I won't do that. That's unsportsmanlike. He's captured. I'm not going to shoot a tied up bear."
Yeah, he's defenseless. Yeah.
And then the story got out that he's not going to shoot a bear. And first, some cartoon strips got made in the newspaper, with him and bears and stuff. And then somebody made a teddy bear after that. The reason why I think about it is because that hotel, the one that we were talking about, the haunted one.
Yeah. The Minger.
That was like, he loved that hotel. Like, he's all over it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you go in there and there's like Roosevelt stuff like all over the place.
And that's grown even more because now there's like a Minger taco shop. There's like a Minger.
But when you go in there, like there's Teddy Roosevelt's pictures are in there.
No
like
shit.
That was just like he loved that hotel.
It's supposed to be haunted?
Yeah, like it's supposed to be. Some people say the most haunted hotel in Texas. Some people say the most haunted hotel in the country.
No shit.
Yeah. But no, he was like he loved that hotel. Like his pictures are all in there.
I've never been in it.
When you walk through like the lobby and stuff, which you can.
Yeah.
We'll go check it out maybe tomorrow if we have time.
Yeah.
But there's pictures of him all over the place, like in his hunting gear and stuff.
No
He's a big
shit.
hunter. But yeah, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna throw that in there because it matches the San Antonio vibe, right?
Holy shit.
But yeah, the teddy bear was because he wouldn't shoot he was like, no, this is bullshit. News got out, and they didn't look at him as soft. They were like, oh, he's compassionate.
Right.
And some guy's like, want to make a teddy bear. It's a teddy bear, soft, because he was, and then took off him. Maybe
and now everybody calls him teddy bears.
Maybe the most famous toy ever. Really?
I mean, possibly.
Name me a more famous thing than everybody else with a teddy bear.
Everyone knows. And it doesn't matter what you call it.
If
It's a teddy
you
bear.
see a stuffed bear,
it's a teddy bear.
It's a teddy bear. And it's named off that.
Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm. I'll say when you think about
it.
It
doesn't matter. Anytime you see a stuffed bear.
No matter what size.
It is a teddy bear.
There's a giant teddy bear, right? You see, there's a giant teddy bear.
Where did we see that teddy bear
the
today?
Stone bear.
No, the stone bear. Oh, yeah, he was right next to where we took pictures.
There's a giant teddy bear.
Giant
it could
teddy
be
bear.
any kind of bear. It's like if it's a stuffed animal.
So did we talk about last podcast? Did we talk about? Remember did you show up to Chili's last time we had a conversation?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yes. Remember?
You had
them girls hitting on you. The ones that
Oh yeah, until they asked me if I was married.
Well, one said she was born in 1981.
And I said, I'm born in 80.
Which is the same year I was.
Yeah.
And before she said that, I saw her.
Yeah.
And I thought.
But they had left and they came back.
I thought she looked
a little older.
like my mom's age.
Mm-hmm. A little older.
I leaned over to Nick.
Yeah.
And I was like, I look that old?
Yeah.
And he's like, I was like, 'cause she just said she was born the same year I was, which means she was younger than y'all.
And so, yeah, no shit. And I go, no, I'm born in 80. Because there was a song on the radio I was singing. They're like, oh, you're not old enough to know that song.
Because Tristan was sitting there.
I was like, I was born in 80. Tristan was sitting right next to me. I said, this is my son. He's 21. And they're like, there's no way you're old enough to have a 21-year-old son. And I go,
they were just laying down. Boy, they wanted some.
And then they did ask if I was married, and I said yes.
Yeah.
And they were like, and we're getting out of
They
here.
didn't ask me.
Yeah, they didn't ask you.
So I said, I was born in 81, and we don't look the same age, dear.
At all. She looked haggard, if
The
you
other
will.
one was like, if I recall, she said 88.
When she looked like she was 78 at least.
Yeah, they might have been a little
They were bad looking.
rough lives.
They were rough looking.
Well,
I don't want to say bad looking. They were rough looking. They lived a hard life,
They just
apparently.
looked aged.
But while we were there, I said, who would win?
Oh,
Did we talk about this?
Yeah.
Did we talk about this last time?
Yeah. No, but we talked about.
We did, but we talked about it.
I don't remember talking about it on the podcast.
I don't either. But I mean, if we did,
Fuck it.
who gives a shit?
We repeated ourselves
Who
before.
wins between a grizzly bear and a tiger?
Well, first you said grizzly bear and gorilla.
And a gorilla, correct.
Grizzly bear's wrecking shop.
Right. But
He's outweighing that bitch by
a lot.
500 pounds.
But a lot of
and he's
people go,
fucking up.
oh, it's a grizzly bear because he can use. And so Nick was like, what if the grizzly bear had a baseball bat?
Well, no, he said, what if the ape?
I'm sorry. What if the
Yeah.
gorilla had a baseball bat?
Yeah, but you got to also think he's got a.
But he doesn't know how to use a baseball bat to.
He'll probably just hit it on the ground.
Right. Right.
No, I'm taking the grizzly bear. He's outweighing. Don't get me wrong. Gorillas are fucking strong. Like they'd
No,
rip
they're
us.
massive.
They'd rip us apart. Right?
Silverback, yeah.
They would tear us.
Even a
to pieces.
chimpanzee would fuck you up.
But he's outweighing that grizzly bear is outweighing that fucking 8 by 500 pounds
at
at
least.
And he's got razor sharp claws.
Right.
And he's got thick hide that doesn't.
Right.
That if the gorilla jumped up and bit him,
He may not get because have you ever seen two grizzly bears go at
they
it?
fucking brawl.
Dude, they are fucking.
and they walk away from it.
And their teeth are
Yeah.
fucking long
So
as
no, give me the grizzly bear all day.
all day.
All day.
And then and then we go through like grizzly bear and then tiger and
Yeah.
then all
Regular tiger. You know,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
but we start kind of lions. But then you realize that like the grizzly bear it's a beast.
especially the massive ones like
But
the coastal ones that get like 1,200 pound,
right.
9 foot tall,
But then you go grizzly bear versus polar bear,
and
the polar bear wins that matchup, I think.
well, the polar bears seem to be crazier.
Well, because
they're taller and leaner,
because they are more territorial,
and
their food is scarce.
well, they say like the only animal that hunts humans like normal is the polar bear. Like it will hunt a man.
Because it's the food source.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna be picky.
No, they're going to eat whatever they can
Like
fucking
they
eat.
always, Joe Rogan said on his podcast, like he said there was a story about some guys got out of their boat, got trapped in the ice, and they had to get on the floating pieces of glacier, and some were on this piece, some on this piece, and this
Yeah.
polar bear was watching, and he
Stalking
stalking them, and he took one off. Like there's 3 guys on a piece of ice. He grabs him and he takes them,
Oh God.
and then he jumps up on another, and they're watching him on a further piece of devour their friend, and they're just standing up, like watching him eat him.
Because what do you do?
Yeah. And there was a
100%.
video of a guy that got like a plexiglass thing, like reinforced, to see what the polar bear would do.
Have you ever
And
seen the Impractical
That
Jokers?
polar bear is like trying to get in there to eat him.
You ever seen the Impractical Jokers where they put Sal in a cage and they put grizzly bears around him, and they make him put chicken
Fuck
in
you.
like at on the cage, and the grizzly bears are just fucking.
Kiss my ass.
No.
Well, they said the most
fucking-
dangerous ones are the moms, right? If you
Oh
get
yeah, with the cubs.
they're gonna fuck because
Like,
she's just
even if you're trying to save a cub from whatever may be happening to it,
no,
the mom
if
doesn't give a fuck.
She's gonna fuck you up. It's either that or they're starving, like the ones that haven't ate,
right?
because they're just gonna eat you.
100%.
That's why they say if you want to go get pictures of like the grizzlies, go to the ones that are coastal because they have abundance of food.
Yeah.
They're eating all the fish.
Right.
They're the most massive ones, but they're full.
Yeah.
So
They're
they're the ones that are gonna be like,
"What's
cool.
up?"
Cool, dude.
Have you ever seen the videos of the guys that are like they go up into the mountains and they hike? And I think Joe Rogan's done this.
Oh, yeah.
And they hike forever and they're hunting for elk or whatever, and they come upon whether it's a grizzly bear or an elk, and those motherfuckers will stampede at you.
Well, Joe Rogan said he was on an elk hunt like that. He goes, I've seen through. That's why he's always Joe Rogan's big on the grizzly bear. Like he said, that is the most imposing. Because he said,
but it's because he hasn't come in contact with a polar bear.
He said, I've witnessed through a scope a grizzly bear break the back of a moose
by hitting it
with a fucking paw strike.
Oh, fuck you!
And moose they're
kill giant.
Well, they say like in Alaska, the most deaths of humans to wildlife is the moose killing them. Well, they're so big.
But we saw that moose in Ruidoso.
Yeah, and that wasn't shit.
And that like the trash can, like a trash can that you see
look
behind.
At that cow.
Yeah, a trash can you see behind a business that are like 7, 8, 9 foot tall.
The biggest dumpsters you always see.
Yeah, and the moose that we saw eating out of it had its head over and eating out of that dumpster.
Yeah,
and
they say they kill the most people in Alaska is the moose. Because they're very territorial, and like locals say, if they go to leave and there's moose sleeping like in their yard, like they're like, nope, we're not.
We'll wait.
We're not going out,
dude. That's another thing. Like, so now we are getting into just here in Texas, like we're getting into copperhead season.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already seen people posting on Facebook copperheads. I have not seen one yet, but I know because I've already seen them in the past. I know I'm going to see them.
See a couple.
Luckily, I have dogs that will help me out, but they're not going to help me out if I'm outside and
they
they're
say
not.
if you just throw mothballs out there, in the yard,
keeps them away.
It'll keep them like they don't like that smell.
But also keeping your grass cut short.
Yeah, well, they like to.
Because they want to hide in the leaves and the shit. They want to get out, Yeah, they want to hide, yeah.
So keep your grass cut around your house and throw mothballs out there.
Right.
Just scatter some around. And they don't like the smell because that's what they hunt on.
Well, that's what they hide in.
Yeah.
Because of their colors.
So keep
Which sucks for me because colors are my weakness.
You're so good at that. So one of the things we did tonight was... We were going through the Ripley's thing, and there was a colorblind test, and
that was the illusion thing, right?
And you went about 50%. But I noticed
because there was like 10, and I got.
But I noticed. Well, you got partials on some, right? Like it was like
I'd get a 1, but not the other one. Yeah.
I noticed that you saw the green, so it's like
depending on the colors that are around.
What I see when I see a regular person,
right?
When you're seeing the colorblind, it's like the back's like a one color, and the numbers are one color, right?
Let's do this.
And you saw the green better. The pink ones,
right?
You couldn't see.
Let's do this.
The green you could.
Let's do this for the people that are watching video right now. Google search colorblind test, but also send me to the link that you pull up. So whatever you pull up, colorblind test, send it to me. That way I can pull off the pictures. And I'll put it up. That way, in real time, they'll see what I'm looking at, and then I'll give my answer versus what the real answer is. Right? But yeah, no. So that colorblind test that y'all did, but there was some that I could see like let's say the number was 19. I could faintly see the 1, but I could not see the 9. And then you flip over the thing, and it's like.
Well,
19.
But I did notice that you saw the number that was to me like you could see green.
Yeah.
You saw that better.
But it also depends on what the background color is, right?
So like what is...
Okay. So send me this link.
So what do you see?
I don't see anything in that.
You don't see no number in that at all.
I don't see any number at all.
Jesus Christ.
But make sure you send me that link. So
Right.
so on the bottom of that page,
Yeah.
send link.
So that's a 7.
So how did you enter a number?
No, I mean, I just see
Yeah,
it.
okay.
I'm not going to enter it.
That's a 7?
Yeah.
I saw
So, okay.
nothing.
Do you see that one?
Let me look at I'm going to pull it to
Yeah.
me.
Get it close to you.
Can I zoom? Is there a zoom in? Even a zoom in, I don't see anything in this one.
I think the phones fuck you up worse, too.
What is that?
That's a 6.
I don't see anything in that
I
one.
see it clear as day.
Of course you
Okay,
do.
next one.
So this number, it's either an 8 or a 3, but it's all. But here's what I can tell. It's to the left of the circle, so that lets me know there's probably 2 numbers on there, but it's either an 8 or a 3.
But you can tell it's 2 numbers.
Yeah, but
20
only because it's off to the left of the
26.
circle. Oh no,
That's
not at all. This one, there's a 1 and a 7, so 17.
Okay, so 15. Close.
Okay,
So that was green numbers. And
what color is the background?
And an orange background.
okay, but I saw the 1, but I couldn't tell the 7. Oh God, I don't know what I just did.
You went back to the top.
I apologize.
Good Jesus.
So I could tell, like on that 17 that you, or would you say it was 15? 15?
You could tell there's 2 numbers.
I could tell there was something, but I couldn't
Yeah.
tell a number. I've got nothing in that one. Just absolutely
That's a
fucking
6.
nothing.
That's craziness.
I've got absolutely nothing
Can you
on that
see
one.
like a difference, like in?
I just see a bunch of dots, but
You know-
there's no dots that differentiate.
Yeah, so you
like, is there a line right here?
There's a number right
There's
there.
a line right
Yeah.
here, so I can see like, but I can't see. Is there a 9? Maybe a 9.
73.
I'm out. Yeah,
But you could, when you were showing that line,
But there's like a
there
line.
was the second number.
but that's all I could see. But I couldn't tell that there was. Oh God, I did something there. I don't know what you were on. I keep hitting the top. I don't know which one you were on.
That one.
That one. Yeah, that one just just a bunch of dots that are
Do
like
you see any like difference?
no.
at
Like,
all?
in this one, I don't see any kind of even patterns that make it look like a
It's a
number.
5.
Not at all.
So that's like a orange and yellow background with a green 5.
Not at all.
That's what I see.
I couldn't see that at all.
And this is the same exact kind of pattern.
Okay.
Orange and yellow background with a green number.
Again, I don't see anything in this picture you're showing me.
So you see nothing that's different?
Not
it
even
all, it all looks the same?
not. It doesn't look all look the same, but I don't see a number in this pattern you're showing me, at all.
That's a 16.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Okay, let's try this. So this is I'm going to tell you the
Go.
colors. It's green background,
Okay.
and the numbers are kind of like orange.
Okay. Dude,
Do you see anything?
let's see fucking anything
That's
in it.
crazy.
Man, like there are some, like these, like majority of it is very bright,
Yeah.
but there's like a
Little dim kind of.
there's like a grayish, but I literally couldn't tell you that there's a number in that.
That's fucking crazy.
Like I honestly couldn't tell you there's a
That's-
number in that.
It's 45.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Okay, so I see this. This is clear as day to me.
Okay.
Like it's like those other ones. Like I can
Maybe-
see the
maybe, yeah.
number, but it's kind of this one's like the background is completely gray
Okay.
and the number is orange.
Okay.
Like stand out.
Okay. Oh yeah, 12.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
no, I see that one.
So you see that.
100%.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ. You're not going to see this one, I guarantee you, because it's that same kind of pattern. You probably don't see shit. Do you see
23.
29.
I was close.
So you saw the 2.
I saw the 2.
And it's weird because you probably see something.
3.
8.
Oh,
so you
so
didn't see.
close.
So you're seeing the back.
So close.
Well, what's funny is like so the back part of the 8 is like pink,
Okay.
and that part that you probably didn't see is like a light orange.
Oh yeah. No fucking way.
But okay, I need to send you this link.
Yeah. So like scroll up to the top, and then look down at the bottom. There'll be a box with an arrow in it, and just text message that to me.
Yeah.
That way y'all can see what I see.
Yeah. You can see
or what I don't see.
how bad that.
How terrible I am at colors.
I've noticed you're worse on a phone.
Yeah, so
Because a lot of those right there, that was very similar to what we were looking at on that bullshit but when you were seeing them like physically,
yeah,
you didn't do great,
yeah.
but you did better than that. Because I thought I was onto something because you were like doing better with certain colors.
Right.
But you did way worse on the phone than that.
So Nick Perini showed me you can do colorblind on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can change your phone to colorblind.
I showed you that a long time ago.
I think you did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you did.
A long time ago. But it's weird. You're like, when you did it, you're like,
so
what the hell?
So that's when I started playing like there was a
the bus stupid
the
thing.
bus thing.
But it's colors.
Right, but when I changed it to, and maybe I'm just doing it wrong, I don't know. When I changed it to one colorblind kind of setting, it made me not be able to see other colors.
Yeah.
So I've got to.
So my granddad was colorblind.
Right. So I
And,
need to figure out what. So I'm going to give you a little. This is probably illegal. I went, and so when you have a CDL, you have to pass a colorblind test.
We're recording this.
Oof. Luckily, my CDL is now personal. It's not for commercial use, personal use. But so the person that administered my colorblind test goes, "What color?" Showed me a magazine, like a picture on a magazine, the front cover of the magazine. Said, "What color is the sky?" I said, "Blue." "What color is the grass?" "Green."
So he said things that you already knew what the
He
color
said,
was
"What
supposed
color?"
to be.
Okay, what color is this Ferrari?
Trixie.
What color is the Ferrari?
Red.
Red.
'Cause
Blue, green, red. Done.
Everybody knows the most common color of the Ferrari
Is red.
is red.
And he goes, "You're good."
If I told you what color is this Lamborghini,
Fucking
what
hell.
color would you say?
Oh, yellow? Is that right?
It's kind of I mean,
I feel like
kinda
yellow is
is,
Lamborghini.
you know?
Like if somebody says Ferrari, I think red.
yeah, for
And
sure.
I don't know why. I just
Well,
think red. And if somebody says Ferrari, I think yellow, and I don't know why. But I
mean-
just think yellow.
Pipe. I mean, that's great that you were like Ferrari,
Like he said Ferrari, and I go red.
red, Marlboro red.
And he goes, yeah, Marlboro Reds. And he goes, "You're good."
That's really what the color was Marlboro red.
And then the second time I had to do a colorblind test because then they started, like, they passed a law where you have to pass a physical. The second time I took a colorblind test, they made me go to a machine that had 6 circles, and you had to tell them which way the E was pointed.
Oh shit!
And so I put my head in, and I go, and I put my head in, and I pull my head out, and I go, "I'm colorblind." He goes, "Just do your best." And I said, "Okay." He goes, "Okay, the first one." I go, "It's pointing to the right," which was just like a regular E.
You could see it, though?
Capital letter E.
And you could see it.
I could see it pointing to the right. He goes, "Number 2? Nope. Number 3?
Nope.
4? Nope. 5? Nope. 6? Pointing up." He goes, "Okay." And then he kind of did the same thing. Like, he pulled out a magazine and he started pointing at stuff
Just to get you to pass.
just to get me to pass.
They want to get that money, homie. They don't want to tell people they're failing people and then not have people coming to them.
And then here's a big question I always get with colorblind. Well, how do you know what to do at a stoplight? And I go, well, the stoplight's easy
yeah.
because it's top to bottom, left to right.
And that's what
Red, yellow, green.
Yeah.
Red, yellow, green.
that's what my cousin Matt, because Matt was colorblind.
Oh, yeah?
Not as bad as you. But he had trouble with the traffic lights. Like he said
That's the one thing I've never had trouble
Well, he
with.
said the green looked great.
But that doesn't matter.
But he
I know
knew-
where it's at.
But he knew the sequence.
Right.
So he was fine.
Right. I know where it's at. It doesn't matter.
But he wasn't like full on like you're pretty.
Here's
Hey, you're
I'm blind as fuck.
like
Apparently.
when we did that test today. I was like, I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like,
How do you not see it? Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
You know they make those in chroma
I want
glasses.
you to get those. I'm gonna buy those for you.
But
I'm gonna get those for you.
so here's
But I only. when
here's
you
my
put 'em-
question. How does that help?
No,
Because do you have to get, but here's my problem. Do you have to get them based off of their color blindness? Or do you just buy them and they fix color blindness?
I'm gonna do research on it, and I'm gonna get you.
Looking right.
That would be fucking crazy if you threw it, because people cry because
Yeah,
they're like,
I've seen those videos
because they're like,
where they cry seeing actual colors the correct way
and he's
for
like,
the first time.
he's like, that's what that's supposed to look like, and because
Mm-hmm.
they usually bring them to like an environment that has a lot of colors,
yeah.
right? And they're like,
Yeah, they're
they
holding
get-
balloons
they get
or something. Yeah.
overwhelmed and like,
Right.
I'm gonna do it.
Here's my problem. I've gone 44 years already.
No, I mean I know you're good with it.
Yeah, and
You're fine,
And
but
I've lived my life just fine.
That's why I'm like, you need to wait till like 65.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Or right as I'm passing away. I
Look,
sent y'all a video.
Like, put these on.
I sent y'all a video. And do you remember that video said when I pass away? What y'all could do? What did that video say? And I swear to God, if y'all don't fucking do it,
I'm down.
I swear to God, if y'all don't do it, so you don't have to look at it. It's fine.
I gotta remember what you're talking about. 'Cause I remember you sent it to me. I can't remember what it
So
said.
I sent a video to you and David and Facto, and it said, "When I die, I give you permission to swear on your dead buddy's."
On my mama.
No, I give you permission to swear on my dead body, or on my dead soul, that whatever you're trying to get out of is true.
That's fucked up.
Now I hope.
What if it's like a murder rap?
I don't care. But I'm giving you permission. This right, and it's recorded now. I'm giving you permission to swear on your buddy's life, your dead buddy's life, that you are true and not lying. I'm giving you permission.
Man, that's pretty bold.
So now you can just get out of it. I swear on Daniel's dead body that this is true.
And it's recorded.
Right.
He killed him.
Yes.
I did.
Yeah. Daniel, that dead motherfucker, he did it, not me.
I didn't kill my wife.
Daniel's been dead for 5 years. He did it, man.
He put this plan into motion.
I swear to God, it was him.
Long time ago. Long time ago. Oh, my mama.
Let me tell you one sad thing, and I guess we're getting back to the death corner.
Jesus.
One sad thing
Down
is,
there.
yeah, that I heard was like, when you pass away and you have brothers and sisters, one will see all of you die.
Yeah. And
one will see none of you die.
let's say one person.
Oof.
So
That hit me fucking hard.
Yeah, that's weird. I saw that too. Like so you have 3 siblings or 2.
Yep.
I have 2.
Yep.
You're the youngest.
Yep.
So
no, my sister's the youngest.
you got 4.
Yeah.
You got 3 siblings, but there's 4.
I don't have 4 siblings. I have 4. I have two brothers and my
well, not
sister.
counting you. I'm saying you have.
Oh yeah, 3 siblings. Yeah.
I got 2.
Yep.
And I got a younger and an older.
Yep.
Right. And I'm the guy, so
You'll go first.
I'll probably die.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like probably Jody. She's the youngest.
She'll see all of her siblings die, and you'll never see any of them die.
Yeah. I will be the first to go because, let's face it.
You take great care of yourself.
Well, we're so close anyway. I mean, Mandy's only like 18 months older than me. And Jody's like almost exactly like she's 16 months old, like younger. Like, Mom was basically pregnant for 3 years straight.
That sounds terrible, by
Yeah.
the way. I've never been pregnant, but it just sounds terrible as a husband.
She basically was. So, like, yeah, Jody will probably see all of her siblings go,
Yep.
and that's
sad.
it is sad. Like you're thinking like she will be like, because mom, if everything works out like how it's supposed to, right? Like mom will be gone, dad will be gone, I'll be gone.
Well, dad, mom,
but I mean,
oldest, middle, youngest,
we will all
whatever.
be, and Jody will be sitting there.
Yep. And see everyone gone.
We'll all be gone, and she'll have to live so many years.
But she'll have kids.
But I mean, it's just still
But,
like
yeah, no, it sucks. I'm 100%. So my dad watched all of his siblings pass away.
yeah, isn't that crazy?
Here's the dumbest fucking part of it, which should never fucking happen. His mom saw all of her kids pass away.
That's fucked up. Like
That is the
that's
worst fucking.
Like I said, I'm always prepared to. I'm gonna go before my kids. There is nothing worse in my brain
Than watching your kid go.
than to know
no
if your kid
fucking
died.
way.
Like that would break me. And then,
I don't know. And so I am very conflicted in this because I don't know that I could go on knowing one of my kids passed away before me.
You don't know how you're gonna react. Like,
But my problem is I have another kid.
yeah, and you think in your brain. So in your brain, I'm sure you think the same way.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go on to take care of
Right.
things. Right.
Right.
But can I? Like, can my brain handle losing that? Will I become
Losing a part of you.
Will I become a fucking lunatic?
Right.
Like just a mean son of a bitch.
And the other part of that, is how did that kid, like an accident, a car accident, something like that.
Well, if they died before you, it's not natural
But if it
causes.
was right, well,
It
right.
ain't.
But what I'm saying is like, if they died in a car accident, like that's. But if somebody did something to them to make that happen, I'm fucking done.
No,
like
'cause
like
I'll
you like I'll take care of that myself.
Yeah, I will be.
I'm not gonna allow anyone else to take care of
Yeah.
that. I'm taking care
I
of
will
that myself.
either go to prison for the rest of my life because I did something to that person,
right,
or die trying, right?
right.
Like if anybody
100%.
touched my girls,
Dude,
I will fucking like people say I don't know if I can do that to kill. No, fuck you. If you
fuck with my kids,
if you or my wife
or wife, yeah, 100%.
if you did anything to my girls, like I have no hesitation to put your body in the fucking ground.
Mm-hmm.
No hesitation
At all.
And I would prefer to do it with my bare hands.
Right. 100%.
Like I want you to suffer,
I want you to see my face.
and I want to break your bones in my hand. Like I'm that fucking like just like that's why I love that movie Law Abiding Citizen.
Oh, dude, that's such a great, fucking great. So that is my second favorite movie that he does.
Like I'm cheering for him the whole fucking
100%.
time.
100%.
Whole time.
The whole time I'm cheering for him.
I'm like, fuck you.
And when they get him at the end, I'm
No,
just like,
screw that.
I'm like,
No.
fine. Like I get it. You got
Yeah.
your revenge, but I am cheering for what's his name?
Gerald Butler.
Gerard Butler.
No,
So, like I said, that's
300,
my
like-
second. 300 is number one, and
And
that's
it's the
my
same
second favorite
dude.
movie. Oh
Like-
God,
I said I'm cheering for
100%.
when he captures that guy, the one that was the one that did it, and he dismembered his body, and he
Yep.
kept on IVs to keep him alive.
Yep.
He cut his eyelids off, and
Yep.
put a mirror above him.
Oh,
fuck yes.
Every bit of that was like, that's me. I'm
Yes, if
gonna
you
do the
touch- if
same
you
fucking
touch,
thing.
So anybody listening, if you touch a hair on my girls, fine. If you want to go down that road, but I will fuck you up, and I will enjoy doing it too.
The whole time.
I'll get glee
time.
out of it.
No, I'm right there with you.
No, that's bullshit.
Like,
people
but-
don't understand if you don't have kids, especially girls.
Well, girls is the big one.
But I mean, it's still if somebody fucked up Tristan, like
Yeah.
it'd be the same.
Right.
Like,
Right.
It's don't even get me down that road because, like,
But so
I
that
go down a dark road easy.
and, you know, for me, that's why I don't understand how someone that has a kid, as a man, can just not be a part of that kid's
There's
life.
something wrong with them.
Like how do you not be a part of that kid's life?
There's something wrong mentally. Call it. Could they be born with a chemical imbalance, or Because there's something that makes a serial killer, right? Like they're
He hates Captain Crunch. That
Yes.
motherfucker hates Tony the Tiger.
yeah. And I don't
He
know how you
hates
can hate
Lucky.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch because shit, no, who hates Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I don't. I do not. I love
But I
it so
mean,
much.
There's something wrong with. There's something not there, right?
With the
Like,
person that can't be a part of their kid's life.
There's and it's usually raising. They usually got raised like
You know, and honestly, it has nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with race or age
No.
or religion. It has nothing to do with it is just it's the person themselves.
yeah.
Like there are people that are raised by good people
Mm-hmm.
that turn out to be fucking
No.
pieces of shit. I gotta pee one more time. Where
I
were
just
we
saw
at?
something on Facebook.
What's that?
So we're talking about killing people.
Oh
that
god.
mess with their family. So I just saw something though.
What'd you see?
I'm just gonna read you the Facebook caption. Tell me what you.
Okay.
We had a couple of birthdays this week! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
Well, hold on.
Winston turned 4 yesterday, and Toby 1 today. Such rotten dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the.
I don't know what that has to do with killing family.
No, but I just saw that. No, nothing to do with kill. But if somebody fuck with your dogs,
Dude, I'd fuck with them up too. Yeah, so my dog.
they're your kids too, right?
That's my dude, man. Winston is my dude, and he turned 4 years old yesterday, so he's
4 years old.
28.
What's funny is we have a pet birthday today.
And Toby today is his birthday. Yeah, he turned 1.
We have a pet birthday today.
Who?
Pouncy.
Oh,
The
Bouncy?
King Pouncy is 11.
Gosh, damn.
And Chas didn't realize it till we were leaving this morning. And she brought it up and she actually said, if I would have realized it was my Pouncy's birthday,
She wouldn't have come?
we would have not done a vacation this week. And I said, what? Because we've never done like birthday parties for pets, because there's some people.
I don't do
that,
birthday parties,
you've
but I
seen
do
the-
try to make it special for my
But you've
dog.
seen the people
Yeah,
that do
oh
that.
yeah. They pay money for birthday
So
parties.
Pouncy's, shout out Pouncy, 11.
Shout out Toby, he's 1 today.
Spoiled as.
Winston is 4
That is
yesterday.
the most spoiled fucking cat ever.
So I had to ump yesterday, but my plan
I
was
heard.
oh yeah. My plan was to take his so what we do with our dogs when we feed them. You out? What a jerk. Here you go. Here's one more.
Oh, you have one?
One. Go ahead.
Shiza.
My plan was to so we give them dry dog food and then we mix in like canned wet dog
Of course
food
you do.
with it.
Bougie fuckers.
That's fucking Tasha's. I'd give them dry dog food all the time.
Yeah.
So I told Tasha, I'm going to buy like a 12-pack of canned dog food, and I'm going to make it into a cake. And, for birthday, it's birthday, man.
Okay.
And I was going to cut him a slice of wet dog food.
I
And
know
give it.
Winston's your boy.
Winston's my dog, dude. He is like from way back
Yeah.
when. That's my dude.
Way back he's 4.
Well, it's 28 in dog years.
It's Winston. No, the Dwight's the one that watches shit.
Yeah, yes. Dwight is the one that
but
watches
Winston watched me.
Probably. Watch you
He
shit?
stared-
That's
no,
weird.
he- no, he
now that's
stared-
weird.
He stared at me while he was shit.
Probably.
And
Typically,
you try to tell me he didn't typically do that, but
he doesn't.
he was standing in tall grass, and I see that brown
Probably.
face looking at me.
Probably. But so we didn't get to do that for Winston because I was umping baseball.
Oh,
And then today's Toby's, so obviously we're not there. We can't do anything for him. So I told Tasha on Sunday.
jerk.
On Sunday when we get back, so tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm gonna start messing with this. But Sunday when we get back, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna make a birthday cake
Jesus
out of
Christ almighty.
out of their wet food,
God.
and then we'll have a birthday party for him. But not like nothing crazy. We're not.
That already sounds crazy, sir.
I know. I
You
know.
said you're making a cake out of food. It already sounds crazy.
Maybe I'll just give each
But
one
trust me,
a can of their own.
From what
wet
I've
food.
seen, the majority's with you.
Right, 100%. That's my dude, man. I'm not. And,
No, I
and,
mean,
and
it's
like,
cool. I
Like
mean,
so here's my problem. I have 2 dogs that are mine, Winston and Willow.
Yes.
Tasha's dogs are Toby and Dwight. But the problem is all those dogs love me more than her.
Yeah,
So-
of course, because you showed the attention.
I give them attention, right?
Yeah.
But she's like, that's my, and so I always make fun of her, and I'm like, those are your fucking dogs. They're acting bad. Those are your fucking dogs.
So how old's the oldest?
Well, that's Willow,
How old is Willow?
dude. That son bitch may be, shit. He may be 9 or 10 years old now.
He doesn't even know people.
Because Dwight, well, Dwight was 14 when he passed away.
Yeah.
So he was a year or
You
two
said
younger than Dwight. I mean, sorry,
Axel.
fuck, Axel. Fucking
Jesus
shit.
Christ, dude.
Axel was like 14 when he passed away.
Yeah.
So he's like a year or two younger than Axel. So he's,
Played 12.
but dude, he is spry as fuck. He don't give three
How old are
shits
the cats?
about. Oh fuck, I don't know. They were rescue cats.
So was ours.
So you know their age?
Yeah. Pouncey's birthday's today.
I rescued those cats.
Do you not know who the wife is?
Well, I rescued these cats from my mom's house, and we don't know when they were born.
Pouncey was rescued out of an engine block at Jack Powell Ford.
So you don't know the actual birthday.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Well, I mean, the vets is one that's told us they estimated it to be, like, they're the ones that said us, "Happy birthday, Pouncey."
So that's not real. That's just an estimate.
And then the Bebe,
Mm-hmm.
Audrey actually found the baby, like saved
Yeah.
it, like in the snow, like shit like that.
Oh my god.
Like it was like in the snow, Mama. You know, we saved her mom is what we did, and then all of a sudden she had babies.
We
The
had
only baby she had was like one.
we had a Siamese cat one time that was called. We called the cat Psycho. That was the short name. His full name was El Psycho Stinky.
Kenny had a psycho kid.
So we called him Psycho, but his full name was El Psycho Stinky because he was fucking
Yeah.
always off the wall. Like he would like karate kick the wall and jump around and he was crazy as shit. We called him El. So that was the psycho part. The stinky part was he'd fart the entire
So
fucking
it's
time.
like you.
Yeah,
could
the entire
And you
time.
could crack him off and blame him on the cat.
Maybe. But he was bad.
My Uncle Kenny, you know, they had a cat that showed up like that. They named Psycho. They thought that was a boy, and it wasn't. It had babies.
How do you think that? Like you look.
Well, I mean, it was Psycho, so it was outside in the. You've been out there, so it lets you get close enough to kind of pet a little bit, but then, and they just assumed how it acted, like, because it was a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
And then it had babies, and then the way the cat left the property was they were driving to Walmart, and they pulled into the Walmart, the old Walmart,
Yeah.
where Tractor Supply is now.
Yeah.
And the cat somehow got in the car.
Oh shit.
They didn't know it was in there till they got to the Walmart, and it jumped on like his and started attacking them.
Oh my god.
And then they opened the door, and she ran out. And some lady started accusing Kenny of like dumping off cats, and then it got ugly after that one.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
But that cat's name was Psycho because it looked crazy as shit.
Psychotic
dude.
son of a bitch.
Pieces of ear missing. Your
Oh
typical
my God.
like
Yeah.
stray cat, you know.
All right. Well, we got Strawberry Festival tomorrow.
And we might do a little recap on that one.
Hey, if we do, I'm gonna cut it in here somewhere,
Mexican OT at 11 tomorrow.
which no one's gonna make because our wives are gonna be like, "We're done."
Yeah, doubtful we'll get it past like 6.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why I asked what time were we leaving,
Yeah.
because the earlier we leave, the
we
earlier
probably
we're
shouldn't even
leaving
leave
from
here
there.
till like noon.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And I got some family members that are checking in with me.
Oh, okay.
Local. The
Okay.
local Poteet people
Okay. Poteet. Okay.
are like holding in like we'll be there.
Okay.
Pretty brave.
So I'm gonna meet some of your family.
pretty
I
Get
love
ready.
it. I
Get
love
ready.
it. I love it.
Get ready.
I told you, my family on my dad's side all carnies.
Oh, my
so you
mama.
can't
Yeah.
you can't outdo that. I
Get
don't
ready.
think.
Get ready.
So all
Peanut
right.
farmers coming.
Well, and until next week. and then we'll add some more shit into this later.
Yes.
Till next week, we'll see you later.
Later.
Bye.